everybody. My name is Frankie McDonald. You're listening to SimpCast with Chrissie Mayr. I'm Frankie McDonald.
Isso aqui é bom para as costas, bom para isso aqui, ó, pescoço. Você tem que ficar firme, firme, firme.
Não chaval aqui, chinamo kikirani, tsai shavai kirani, tsai makikirani. I want my winner, I want my winner.
I want my baby back, Chili, baby back, rich.
Hi, I'm Ali, I'm an English teacher, a dialect coach, and today I'm going to show you exactly what actors do perfectly and terribly when they try to do a British accent. Let's rate some accents.
My kink is British accents. Oh, is that all right?
Cheerio, cut!
Yeah, right then. Bush cheerio.
You're really attracted to this.
Oh, bloody hell.
I had to look up where she grew up and went to school because I genuinely don't know why she's so good. She's not trying to sound perfect.
Caller, this is calls for Ayala.
Hi.
So.
Hey, do you remember me?
Who's this?
Nick?
No.
Last name Gers.
Nick Gers. I don't know names. I don't even remember my mom's name.
Say it again.
If you even tell me you're my mom, I wouldn't remember her name. Like, I'm really bad with names. How do you look?
When you say my name again, I don't even know if you heard me right.
Nick Gers.
Thank you.
Why? Why do you have to call in like that? Why do you have to call in like that? That's not a good caller. It's a horrible, horrible caller. I'm going to play you a little song.
Nick
Gers!
Gers!
All right.
Oh, Nick.
The Star Wars Lego set Death Star. But can he chug a sparkling water and not burp? Oh my gosh. What do I do?
Sup, Vivek?
Hey.
Whoa!
Look at this. What's up, guys?
I was craving a Slurpee.
Can I get my change back correctly?
You know, we'll
You would kick Lila's ass, is that what you're saying?
Well, no.
I mean, you're friends with Lila, but I'm saying you see her on the street.
Let me punch you one time.
Yeah, punch him one
Do
time.
it.
Lila, give her a punch.
Time.
Him.
Do it.
You're punch him.
Just one time in the head.
No, just in the arm. Let's see. One good punch.
Just one good punch. We'll see
Okay.
We'll see if he really is going to be a man of his word.
Wait,
Don't
can
worry
I
about
punch your arm?
it. You can punch his face.
Oh my god!
Punch him again! Punch him again! The other one, oh my god, he likes it!
hard.
He likes it! This is weird, he likes it!
got my ring.
This is weird.
Thank you.
This is weird, he likes it.
She got a hell of a punch. She got a hell of a punch.
And then, should I show my thighs, or do you think we'll get terms of service? Should I show the injuries that Lila gave me?
It's a little graphic.
Yeah, maybe I won't. It is like my inner thigh.
Just describe it.
I have...
Lila.
It stung.
Oh no! Can I punch him?
Yo, come here and punch. Everybody can punch Darius. This is what we pay him to do, to punch him.
so fun.
Punch him as hard. She's pregnant, so she's going to have a lot
Yeah,
of power.
I'm punching for two.
She's punching
Okay.
for two. Okay.
Careful. Okay.
Darius is an ex-boxer.
Now-
What shoulder do you want, Darius?
I don't know. This doesn't even
The
feel.
belly? You want to punch him in the belly?
Oh
This
no!
is insane. Yes, because you're pregnant.
No, I feel like it's bad karma if I punch
No.
someone else.
Punch him. Punch him. Punch him. Just one punch. He's got a strong gut.
Can't do it. He's like a mall Santa. Punch him in the hole in his heart.
Keanu, do you want to punch him? Can you punch him?
I'll try. I don't think I can do it.
Keanu, punch him hard in the stomach. He's tough.
It was different sitting there. I don't want to even approach him.
Yes, you're going to be fine. Just
Okay,
punch him.
I'll do your arm. All right. I'm not strong. Lila, that was shocking.
That was really good, Lila. As hard as you can.
Ooh, this is forearm.
I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize.
I feel terrible.
Feels like a hate crime.
I didn't like it at
It's supposed to
all.
feel like that. It's supposed to feel like that a little bit.
Welcome to SimpCast, the best Sunday night show in all of the internet. That's right. Welcome. It is Sunday, February 4th, 2024. What a cool date. It's 2424 right now. The groundhog did not see his shadow, which means the third winter of death is going to come to an early conclusion. I think there's going to be an early spring, they say. A lot of you probably don't rely on the groundhog for your weather updates, but some of us still do. Speaking of groundhogs, I'm going to be doing one final pregnancy headlining show this month. You have one more chance to see me very pregnant, very funny, live in concert. In 3 weeks, I'll be headlining in Morris Plains, New Jersey. That is a Saturday, February 24th at Tiff's Ale House, also known as the Dojo of Comedy, out there in Morris Plains, New Jersey. This is a great club. I remember they had very strong drinks. I won't be able to have any, but I have gotten into the habit of sniffing. That's right, sniffing other people's cocktails. So it's the home stretch, guys, right? The home stretch, that's what I refer to my body as now, because I'm a literal house. But anyway, come on out, get your tickets from my website, ChrissieMayr.com. Keanu Thompson will be featuring, and Andrew Harms, my announcer from the Wet Spot on Compound Media, will also be at this show. So get your tickets, boys and girls. And I'll just be doing a lot of streaming. They're not letting me fly anymore, as I am in my third and final trimester. I gotta get my hair dyed. Look at this, it's a mess. Speaking of messes, we have quite the panel of gals tonight. I don't know if you know this, but this is really the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme of females on the internet with opinions on things. That's this show. That's where you are right now. That's what you're currently watching. So I'm just going to bring everybody in. Yes. And then there's going to be a few coming in later. But these are just the gals that are on time and prompt. Not only prompt, but
your
sexy.
time is valuable. So we are here on time.
Oh, my gosh. Aly Drummond, how are you?
I am good. Yes, I finally have a 9-month-old. So life is just, it's kind of a breeze. But you know what? I got lucky. I have a very easy baby, actually.
What does that mean? Your baby puts out? No, that's a horrible, horrible joke. I don't know why.
You make jokes like that, and people on Twitter, now they're going to screenshot that. And now it's over for you.
Really,
you're going to be canceled.
Really horrible. And that's one thing. Like, I'm not going to say, you can joke about everything, but you have to be damn funny to get away with any kind of a joke on that subject, which I don't think I am. So it's good to see you again, Aly. It's good to have fellow ladies who have pushed out humans from their bodies, because I'm about to do that. I'm having nightmares about the baby. I'm having horrible dreams. I'm just going to pretend that that's normal.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But honestly, if you just think about it, because at some point you'll go in labor and it'll be early labor. So you'll just feel some twinges. You can take a nap and stuff. You should nap, actually. But if you just have this in your mind, like, if I just wait 24 hours, I'm going to have a baby. But that's the mentality you need. Just be patient. It'll happen. It's going to happen.
Okay. What's the difference between Braxton Hicks contractions and actual contractions?
Braxton Hicks are not effective. So actual contractions are going to push from the uterus down. Braxton Hicks, your uterus just gets tense. Like, there's no real method to it.
Oh,
Braxton Hicks sounds like a country singer. That's what I thought you were talking
was
about.
the lead singer of Fleetwood Mac. I was like, wait,
Braxton Hicks. Wow. Who is she?
Just like a white winged dove. That's what it sounds like when you have a Braxton Hicks.
Wait, it's actually a medical term. Wow.
I'm hoping I can break my water onto Frank's foot, and that's how I'll let him know it's time. That's my plan. I want to make everybody that's involved, which I hope is minimal, laugh. I'm getting my set list together for birth. It's because I'm gonna need stage time at that point. So But Aly, you're gonna be my emergency contact for all things baby questions.
Well, I'll be there. I will be there. I'm a girl's girl in that way. Don't believe the women on Twitter. So
Jazmen Jafar is here. What's new with you, Jazmen?
Good. I just remembered I got to take my birth control with all this baby talk because I didn't take it today. So
Yeah.
I'm
me.
not
I
ready
don't want one of
those.
Nothing like a live stream.
A baby out of me quite yet. Other than that, not much. Just got back in town. Was on the Whatever podcast again a few days ago. Yeah.
Ooh. They love you over there.
No, Brian. I don't think Brian loves me. I think he just accepts that I'll come on.
I don't think Brian loves.
Like I don't know.
I think he just like accepts it when he needs like aggressive like women that want to argue. He's like, okay, I'm like limited to like 5 people.
I guess we'll invite her.
He knows that you're undeniably hot, and people tune in just for you specifically.
I mean, I did have my tits out on full display. The Daily Wire has been taking me out of all the thumbnails, which is unfortunate, but hey.
I would be putting in thumbnails of shows you're not even a part of. I think that's the smart move.
Yeah, I
agree.
agree.
Already.
You know, the trad climbs, they're just a little different. The red pillars will put my tits front and center, but not them.
Well, we're glad you're here. We appreciate your tits and your opinions at the same time in equal amounts. Probably the only show on the internet that does that. Lila Hart is here.
Hello, ladies.
Professor Lila. I had to like disperse the glasses because we can't have too much smarts coming out. Lila, you did a show recently. I saw photos.
Yes, I did. I opened for Willie Barcena at the Texas Theater last night, which was so exciting. My first theater show. And this is an iconic theater. It was built in 1931, and this is where Lee Harvey was arrested after he shot JFK, supposedly.
I didn't even know they ever arrested him. I figured they like took him in.
I
and
didn't
then
know they opened that back up
released
to
him
perform
like they do in New York.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
But it was super fun. It was like 365 people. The theater sits 600, but it was a cool crowd, and he's got great fans. So
That's awesome. How did you meet him? Did he just pick you up?
I met him a year ago. He was headlining at TK's, and his opener, DJ Vasquez, has been following me. And then they were in town. He literally messaged me that morning at 9:30 in the morning, was like, hey, do you want to open for Willie tonight? And I was like, yes. So that's how it worked out.
Oh, I love it. And the top is giving me like late 90s, early aughts vibes. Like, I feel like that top is something I would have loved to have ordered from the Delia's catalog, but
Delia, that was a vibe.
Yeah. I had no allowance, and it was like before I had a job or anything, so I would just get the catalog. I just never ever ordered something from there. But that's what that shirt reminds me of. Hi,
It's a
Keanu.
dress.
Oh, it's a
Hi,
dress?
darling.
That's even
Right.
more 90s, and I'm here for it.
Well, if this was the Whatever podcast, I'd make you stand up and do a full body check. But
I can do that pregnant, and I thought that was so strange. I didn't want to do a fit check because the fit check is for men to oogle you, and I was like, I'm making a person. Like, this is mad weird.
when you're pregnant, it's like a what doesn't fit check. You're like, yeah, everything's tight. Are you happy? Are you fucking happy, everybody? Keanu, hello, darling.
Hi, darling. Long time no see.
We did an epic Saturday night stream last night. We went like what, over 3 hours?
It was like 4 hours, and we really solved the world's fashion problems, I believe.
We did. We discovered an obsession, which we will cover tonight, and that is Manchester nightlife and the fashion epidemic that is happening to these young women in Manchester.
Not good.
They don't know how to dress. And no one really knows how to dress in their 20s, but like this is
I'm not altogether sure they were all in their 20s. Some of them looked
I don't know how to
They're-
dress in my 30s, so
What you are wearing right now, you look far more put together and lovely than any of these women did at their strange night out at a white party at a club in
Oh, God.
Manchester. It was my eyes hurt. After
They
that.
all wear these. We'll have
wanna
to start
see
with
this.
this
Can
clip.
you do this
Okay,
now?
we're gonna do this now. Hi
Do it.
Tugg. Hello, what's up? How's van life treating you?
van life is treating us good. We survived the big rainstorm and the great winter freeze of 2024 here in Texas, so
Ooh.
we're doing good.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Yes, this is the third winter of death.
Yeah.
And we're surviving. We're thriving, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm really obsessed. We got to get into this Manchester nightlife, and I have to
Joan
play the
Rivers.
same clip. I have to play the same clip from last night.
Hi, Corey.
Oh, let me get to these before they are off topic. Cajun Corey hugs for Tugs. Thank you, Cajun Corey. Thank you, Cajun. Push-ups, Keanu. All caps. Stop eating your freaking hair. Are you eating your hair?
No,
Eating your hair.
no. It's just up. It's wet. I'll take it down.
Did you guys hear
Aly
about that
knows
girl
this.
years ago that ate her hair and she had like a hairball in her stomach that was like this big?
Do you know
They
that
cut it out of
babies?
her.
Do you know that babies eat their own hair? They're swallowing their own pee in the womb. They're eating their own hair. It all
Oh.
gets in the first poop you have. It's hair. It's your own pee. It's a whole
Cool.
myriad of things that are floating around.
Huh.
It's like you're
don't know,
drinking your own
makes sense.
bath water for 9 months.
Ooh,
Take me
delicious.
back.
I'm sure many people a lot of people would love to drink your bath water right now, Chrissy. You should
That's
That's
true. I'm
probably true.
I'm
bottle it.
You could
letting
probably
it go down
sell
the
it.
drain. It's
You
money
could
down
sell
the
it right now.
drain.
It
You
is.
should. Hunter Vogt, make sure you have some old hymns. I thought they said hymens for the playlist. I'll never forget the cab driver that was like, "Oh, you're pregnant? Write this down. Pregnancy playlist." He's like, "Are you ready?" And then he said, "Push it." And that's it. He's like, "Yep, just that on repeat." I was like, "Wow."
All right.
And I gave him 5 stars.
Thank you.
Hunter again. Oswald didn't kill Kennedy.
Oh god.
That's a real history buff. Mike Steele, my sis in Christ, Aly.
Oh, hey.
Aw.
Yes, we welcome Christ and boobs on this show.
Yes.
Christs and chests and anything of the like.
So this clip,
Listening,
we
please.
picked this apart last night. We will watch it again tonight because it's one of the
Oh,
best I've
God.
ever seen.
Oh
It
no.
Just-
Hey, look at
That's
their
so
matching though. How cute. Did they do that on purpose?
Oh my God.
Oh.
You know, a lot of these girls like to match their friends, but I don't think that these gals are in the same. So this girl's the cream of the crop. We're not getting a better specimen than her right here. As you can see, the boots are unzipped, the shorts are too short, or maybe it's a skirt.
It's a skirt because it has that slit in it, so it is shorts. So her hoo-ha wasn't out, but
Not one thing
But-
fits her
okay.
here. I'm just gonna play it all the
No.
way through once, and then we'll.
She's wasted. Who let her go to the house? She needs to fire her friends immediately. Oh my lord.
Okay, we're gonna pause it. So
Wait,
see,
did
as
she
you can
like
see-
tuck the shirt like over and like I'm so confused. What's the shirt?
It's a tank
I
top,
think
but
it's tucked into the skirt. It looks like a tank top. That would
Yeah,
be
it's
my
a
guess.
very
top that she
stretched out
rolled.
camisole.
Did she like rolled? Right.
Oh, I
It-
don't know.
she's giving herself a little mammogram here with this shirt.
Oh.
That's what, yeah, okay.
too
So I'm seeing it
tight.
correctly.
It's either no. I think it's no bra. I don't think Homegirl is wearing.
There's
any type
definitely
of-
no bra.
No, there's
in
no
there.
bra.
I wonder,
There's definitely
I
no bra. She
wonder-
tried to turn the tank top into a bra, I think.
or I wonder if it's one of those, you know, those the shirts that are cut like that loose. They have the loose fabric. I don't know the proper name for it, but they have a loose fabric. So instead of like a cami where it's pressed up, it's like loose and it hangs
Like
loose.
a
I wonder if
cowl
that's what
neck?
it is.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
think so.
except it hang loose on her because it's too small.
I
And
think
so
it's a
that's why it
very
looks more-
ill-fitting, like stretched the fuck out camisole. I think she borrowed it from one of her smaller friends, which is why the boots don't zip because
Oh my lord.
and why
Really?
the skirt is far
Well,
too.
it looks like there's like
sporty.
the tank top is like under her boobs, and then somehow she has fabric either from the rest of the tank top or maybe what Tuggs was saying, and like
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
so confused. Can we zoom?
Perhaps this is perhaps she's an extra in Honey, I Shrunk the Clothes, a new movie
I
being
don't know.
filmed
She
in
looks like she
Manchester. No,
smells
I
bad.
can't zoom in on this at all. My
Okay.
favorite part of her is her whole finger and hand are bleeding, and you
Oh, I
can't
got it.
get
It's
out.
the end of the night.
Yeah, look at this. There's blood, old blood, dried and fresh blood coming down her finger, which
is
makes
so
me think
twisted.
she picked up broken glass with her bare hands. Because she
Are we
this woman is
sure? Are we sure this
insane.
isn't Vegas? Because I've
No.
seen this in Vegas. Oh my
You'd think
lord.
the English would be like stiff upper lip, you know, like a little more demure, but she's like, "Oh, I got my period on the dance floor. I figured it out." Like I have no idea.
I think British people are far more ghetto than we give them credit for. I went to London, and I'm telling you, it was like at the Western Trailer Park, in my humble opinion.
I think it. Oh my gosh,
Googling
this poor girl.
test.
She needs to fire all of her friends immediately. Whoever let her
Where
go
are her
out.
friends?
Like
Where are her friends? Are these all her friends?
I don't know.
We'll never know.
They're trying
We'll
not to
never know.
associate with her. They're all
Yeah,
either
they're like,
working
girl.
dead or she has none.
You know what?
She's
I
like,
could give her
"Ah,
a
She's so
my
drunk.
hand."
She's so drunk. Oh my gosh.
if she didn't look so concerningly upset and wasn't bleeding, if she looked happy, I could give her a pass. Like, all right,
have
she's had a
to take her
fun
hand,
night,
like,
let her
oh,
go. But she looks like she's like suicidal. Like you're just the worst news
good.
of all time.
Oh god. Oh no.
I think
so
that
It was like the
miserable.
shoes don't fit, so I'm just not gonna zip them and then go out. That was the course of action she took.
The
Nothing
women in
fit.
Manchester, they spend the most time on their hair, the
Yes.
second makeup, not at all on their clothes, not at all
Not
on
at
their footwear. They all either have like there must be a standard. I think each woman when you turn 18 in Manchester, they send you a state issued pair of extremely thin, strappy gladiator sandals and a pair of white 60s style mod go-go boots because
They are
every
very
single woman in all of these videos is wearing either one or one or the other of those shoes.
These
Wait, is
Roman
one side
strappy
braided in her
sandals.
hair and the other side not, or is that just the angle? Oh no.
These are like she curled her hair at the beginning of the night, but this is the end of the night, and
And it
it's
falls
like
out. I feel you, girl. I
curls
feel you.
that
My hair doesn't
curls
hold
just
either.
falling out.
Oh, girl. And then, the sad part is it would actually probably look good on her if it fit her. Like, if it was an outfit that was the right size, she might actually look, I mean, I don't know for sure, but she might actually look really, really cute.
Right.
And now she's a meme. Oh, no.
She
So
might not
bad.
have been the belle of the ball, but she would have been fine. Yeah.
Do you think maybe this is like the end of the night, and so there's
Well,
been a wardrobe malfunction? I don't think she looked like this in the beginning. Maybe the
There's
shirt.
no way that this is the beginning of the night.
Come on, she maybe looked 5% better at the beginning of the night. There's no way that skirt shrunk as the night progressed.
Yeah, but the hand might have not been bleeding.
No,
we
we
must
must
know.
of her problems. Like
She even shakes it. She's like, ow. Oh my
It's-
God.
everything is
Texas is far more important.
even the
Maybe
girls
she
are-
maybe she got into a fight and like
Yes.
we ripped the shirt, or I don't know.
Maybe.
She took
Yes,
off her
we've-
shoes. She was like boxing, and then they didn't put them fully back.
Oh,
on.
that could be. Yeah. And then and that's why everybody else is walking away from her because they're like, we got
And
kicked
her
out of the
fingers
club
bleeding,
because
and
you got into a fight. We can't handle you right now.
Yeah, she has
I
no
mean, it could
support.
be.
She has boobs, but she's doing the shirt is doing nothing for them.
Golly.
You need to wear a bra. You need to have, I'm not saying you need to wear like the most conservative, like homely looking bra, but you need to perk those girls up with
Yeah,
something. See, Jasmine
exactly.
knows.
Yeah.
And she's flattening them down. Her boobs are her best asset, and they're being hidden and squelched. Like she needs to wear pants or a cocktail dress. Like she needs to get it covered to the knee.
A
and to
burqa,
boobs out.
something like that.
Gotta- needs a boob forward look, and she needs to put away her legs, put away her arms, find shoes that zip up all the way, and just start anew.
This reminds me of the American Airlines debacle. It's like that's how I looked. I ended up in the gym clothes that were left over. That it's a little bit different, but it was basically I looked as thrown together as that once they made.
Yeah, she's giving me Lost and Found vibes, and
Yeah,
I don't think she's gonna be found.
I don't think so.
Poor thing.
Oh my
and then
Lord.
there's
And the
this
chafing.
green-
The chafing.
Yeah, that's a real thing.
dress.
That's the body positivity
Okay.
people. They don't talk about the chafing. Like
chafing.
you need body glide, or you need to put deodorant in between your thighs.
And the deodorant doesn't last long. I mean, it
No.
it does its job, but it doesn't last as like a anti-friction situation for very long. My thighs touch, so I get it. It's not fun.
If you go to the
It's not
beginning of the clip, you can see one of her thinner friends, I don't know if that's her friend. They were walking to the same place at the same time. The hot blonde chick.
Not a very good
she
friend.
looks very, very beautiful, very different. And I just feel like looking at the red and black, the hot mess, like she needs to lose 60 pounds. I don't think she's gonna look good until she tries
60.
that. I'm sorry.
60.
Yeah.
Don't,
Yeah, I
don't
genuinely
leave your
think that.
house until you've lost 60 pounds and then try again. Like
I feel
next
like
year.
you can find outfits though that will suit your body type. Like, it's not like you shouldn't go out until you lose 50 pounds. Like, you can just find things that are better suited for yourself.
Well, also, what's with Manchester, England, and the war on Spanx?
Yes. Yeah, true. At least Spanx.
They don't make
There's a
Spanx
lot
that
Spanx.
short, Keanu. They don't make Spanx that go short, do they? I don't think they do.
Is that rule of like that you either have like something really short but not like you don't usually do cleavage and something really short. Or is
Yeah,
that
that used to be the
That's
rule.
a good rule.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like if you have like a high neck, you don't wear your hair
and
down,
you can
wear
go
your hair
really
up,
short.
and yeah.
Or if you have like this much boobs, I would have like long, like flowy pants or something.
There
But
are no rules
right.
anymore.
What's the song? A short skirt and a long jacket. You have to
Long
jacket.
jacket.
Give and take. Right. You don't
good
have
song.
cleavage
I feel like that
and
just looks-
butt cleavage. Right.
Yeah, more elevated. I don't know.
Like this woman is cute and thin and but like she looks like her whole body is $5. Like all these women look so cheap. These outfits look so
Oh yeah,
cheap.
that's what I'm talking about. Like London is very hit or miss. You either look like a fashion wizard or you look like cheap and a little bit wonky. They take
have a lot
fashion
of,
risks
like,
out there.
Fast fashion brands out there that are like really like Shein-esque, and you have to just know how to do it or else it'll look cheap. Like I think you can wear cheap clothes and make it not look cheap, but you got to know how. And
Right.
these people don't.
This girl doesn't know how.
No.
She didn't
You
know.
don't get your entire outfit at Rainbow. You take a shirt from Rainbow and you pair it with something else. You know,
like
I mean,
I
like even
thought-
bleeding in public is probably like her first concern. And then we can work
I
on
thought this green dress was going to be the worst thing, and then coming up on the right, we have an even worse denim fupa situation. Like coming just whoop. This green dress
the
is
girl in
horrific.
the black jacket next to them, I feel like that's normal.
Yeah,
that's cuter.
That's
short
almost
shorts and a
fashionable.
long jacket. Right.
Yeah,
It's
like,
not
she looks completely fine to me.
right.
This girl's fine. She's unbothered. She's on her phone. This is
Also-
like
Booger green is not forgiving on anyone.
no.
All right.
What the fuck was she
But I
thinking?
will say their hair again, shiny, slick, looks great. All three.
That's true.
They're
The hair
milling the
situation
hair.
was good, except for Big Bertha. That was not good. Yeah, I'm
Denim
sorry.
fupa. Ugh.
God,
Everything- they
maybe it's
default
because
to
I'm
just
old now,
short.
but this whole wearing the short skirt thing and pulling it down,
No, I want to hear.
Oh,
Come
no,
back.
Tugg, no.
Why you gotta live in the country? Sad.
Oh, van life. She'll be back. I'll wait for her to collect herself. Let's see. Are you there? I've unmuted. Nope. She's muted.
I'm
Okay, you're
here.
back.
I don't know what's going on. My internets keep going in and out.
Don't feel bad.
You're
What do you mean?
you're being virtually attacked
I
by
am.
by this denim fupa. So this line is supposed to go under her boobs. It's almost like a little bit of support, but again, this dress was made for someone 20 pounds lighter. This green dress.
Right.
Yeah,
This
I'm
dress would look
saying.
great on a really thin black girl or like very tan. This is not for a white girl.
And
this
again, even a pair of Spanx or Skims would do her well. I mean,
yeah,
it would give it a little bit of something, but she's got a big smile on her face. So if she's happy, I guess I'm
They
happy.
all look related. Are they all related? They look really like related.
They could be. Yeah.
And are the guys in the back laughing at them? Oh no, they're not.
Are the guys fat? Let's see the men. Are the men fat too?
The men have nothing to offer. Like they're just fully dressed, comfortable. It's nothing exciting.
Is this chick just like a giant, or are the other ones?
She looks gigantic. She looks like a yeti.
She's the same height as the men. She's taller than them.
This woman has got to be 6 feet tall. This
You know,
woman
she looks like a Midwestern trad wife.
It's so much. Like, why would you leave your house? You're like, I'm a sneeze away from popping this button off my skirt. Why would you leave your house?
Woof. Also, you can't fit anything in those pockets, darling. My
No.
God. Your phone will break instantly.
I don't understand how you can get to this size and be so confident. Like, again, I would not leave my house if I looked like this. I really would,
Yeah.
like Aly. I would just wear head to toe black until conditions improve. You know, I'd be like, sorry, I'll see you in the fall.
Girl, that's what I've been doing. You know, I own it. I gained some weight postpartum. Apparently, when you breastfeed at the beginning, you want a lot of snacks. So I had a lot of snacks, but I'm working out now. But I mean, people just have to have decorum. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay wearing different outfits for a couple months. Like, what is it with people that are like, I want to be in a bikini and free? Like, it's not necessary.
I think any woman can be beautiful. I really, truly, I'm not one to fat shame or size shame or anything. You got to dress for your body, though.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's fair. Fashion is a legitimate thing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but at a certain point, like, there is a weight where you're not gonna look good in anything. Like, if you're 300 pounds,
there's some heavy women that just know how to dress. They wear like flowy things, or they know what to look very beautiful. Now, are they gonna look sexy? Are they gonna like get your like? Are they gonna look hot? No, but they can look very presentable and beautiful.
Not gonna make anyone hard, but like, yeah, she could find a flattering tarp to throw over herself and still have a nice night out.
Like, I feel like she could wear just like a even like a cardigan over, like a black plain dress and a cardigan. Really elegant. You can look elegant at I think any size.
Men fuck watermelons and couches. They will still get someone hard.
Yeah, you know what?
And these women will all get fucked. Like, if they,
Yeah.
there's black dudes in Manchester, they'll be fine.
That's untoward.
Okay, this I didn't realize we didn't address how bad this woman's face is right here. The blonde. Because we're
It's
so
the haircut.
focused.
She needs bangs desperately.
It's the eyebrows.
Oh,
They're
and then
not
you got
there.
a flat ankle boot. Why?
Yeah, it seems like the thing in Manchester is super short skirt or skort or whatever, and then having like black boots or some type of boot that makes you look like. I feel like I never do that because it makes my legs look so short.
Yeah,
These
these
girls,
do
though,
like black tights, like black tights. You can keep this footwear, or you gotta do light colored. Do like a cute cowboy boot. I mean, cowboy boots look great with just about anything.
They don't wear those there, and I'm so against
Yeah.
that. I feel like a cowboy boot is so versatile.
It is like a
Amen.
beige or a beige cowboy boot would go great with this. But yeah, they're not about that.
The one in the front had the right idea. Like, I'm wearing something so skimpy. Let me pop on a bigger jacket. But if she popped a chunky heel on, she might be all right. But if she
Yeah, she's
can't
wearing
remove
her
the jacket.
dad's jacket.
Yeah.
But at least she
And this-
doesn't look like we're not like, oh my god, she needs to lose weight because she's covering, which I think.
Yeah, she knows what she's working with. She's like, and you know what? This chick gives probably an incredible blowjob because she knows what she has and she knows what she doesn't have. That's why she's wearing this jacket that covers everything.
What do we think about the girl in the pants and what is that shirt?
It's
I don't know what that
popping
shirt is,
open
but she's the
because
most practical one wearing her comfy pants.
this shirt
And
is doing
she's wearing
nothing
like
for her.
she's wearing like New Balance sneakers or something. And
Yeah,
then,
that
Oh,
shirt
really?
is
Did
that
we miss
shirt
her
is very
sneaker?
unflattering. Oh yeah, she does have sneakers on.
Oh wow, the sneaker.
Atta girl.
Yeah.
She must be in her 30s.
She's not trying to get laid tonight. She's like,
It's
I'm
like,
wearing
I'm
sneakers.
comfortable. Screw this. I'm not gonna be hiking my skirt down every 5 seconds. I'm wearing pants.
Yes.
And she's also she's
That
walking
shirt
in the
is
back
terrible,
of
though.
she's in the
is she
back
wearing?
of the
Is she wearing
flock.
just that shirt with no bra?
Yeah,
Right.
she does not have
I think a lot of them aren't wearing bras. I'm not sure if they're wearing like the nipple covers. You can get like I know one time I was very athletic. I had like no chest and I could wear any shirt, no bra, but I did wear my covers.
Yeah, I have nipple covers too. I love them. They're the best.
Yeah, I miss those days. Now I like have to wear bra. I'm like, okay.
She's walking in the back of this flock here. That's how you
Maybe
know
she's their mom.
not the ringleader. She's a
Maybe
good.
she's
This
their
is the
PD.
girl that's gonna. She will hold your hair back when you're.
Yeah,
pooping
she's
at
the
the end
mom
of the night.
tonight.
But with those
Yeah.
sleeves, something might happen. I mean, they're a little long. It might be risky.
That
Again,
shirt.
this
I don't know how I feel about that shirt.
This is the woman to beat right here. She's got her vape. Everything's falling off of her. Who knows? Maybe she started taking her boots off in the bar. Maybe she took her shoes all the way off, and they're like, "Ma'am,
Did
you
you say
gotta put your
bar or
shoes back
barn?
on."
I think she's alone. I don't think those are her friends. I think she's looking for her friends. She probably got. I swear, she got into a fight. She got separated from her friends, and now she's trying to find them.
Good luck, girl.
She doesn't have real friends if they're letting her leave the house in this outfit.
Yeah,
That's exactly. I
After
mean,
the-
maybe they probably view her as the duff. So
What's
With
a
Duff?
what's a duff?
the designated ugly fat friend.
Oh, that is so sad. But it's real.
It's the thing. Think about all the group of girls that you knew that all hung out, right? There was always the one that may not have been as pretty. I'm not saying that she was ugly necessarily, but she was not as pretty as the rest of the girls, and she always dressed the worst. And they told her she looked good when she didn't, because they knew that if she looked really bad, then the guys would hit on them more and ignore her.
That's awfully
Designated
red pill
ugly
of you,
fat friend.
Tugs. Are you sure you want to
See,
make that
my
statement?
friend group
Look at that
did
thing.
not have a
Cute.
duff, which leads me to believe that I was the duff.
That you're the duff. I probably was the duff too. So team duff.
I don't like have friend group. I don't know.
You guys
Aw.
have that too, says Tom. Do you?
This
guys?
girl
You guys
does
don't.
give a killer BJ. This girl gives a
Poor
BJ
girl.
so good. Like, you're
I
not even gonna
feel
get
so
your
bad
dick
for her.
back. It's
You
hers
could
now.
fuck the space between her, boot and calf if you wanted. Even, I mean, there's plenty of things. She's having a rough night. She's bleeding. Her.
Oh
To
my
be honest, I think
God,
she
I
fell.
love
Like
it.
you guys are like thinking she got into a fight. I just
Ooh,
think
she
she
might have
fell
fallen.
because I've
And you
done
know what?
that. I'm
just-
down a
Yeah.
flight of stairs. Like
Could be. I'm just
Yeah.
grateful that that blood is not from anywhere else on her body.
Oh, like it's
Because
not.
We
I
don't
saw
know
her
that,
in a
though.
very short skirt. Oh, that's very true. Although we
Right,
can't
she's
see it,
shaking
but
her hand, which means she hurt her hand and finger.
yeah.
Yeah, she looks like she definitely hurt her.
It's got a band-aid on it. It's not working, but it has
smells
a
like
Band-Aid on it.
iron.
Walk though with her shoes like that. Maybe they weren't like that.
Poor girl.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Wow.
Don't know if we could.
Well-
Could you think she could have pulled them up, or were her calves really big? I didn't look.
But then if you can't zip something up, don't leave the house in that.
I don't know. I don't know. She might have taken them off and just didn't have time to put them all the way back on because somebody was like,
Yeah.
shoe.
Yeah.
She would have been better
Yeah,
off
get out
barefoot,
right away.
honestly.
But I mean, like, just to go zip like that, it's not like she had a buckles
Yeah.
and like a whole lot going on, laces.
Right.
Like, when do you not have time to zip up boots?
I don't know. I'm hoping the internet finds out who she is and she makes a statement.
I
Gives
would need
us
her.
all
I
the
need to get her
answers
on
to
the
these
show.
questions.
Honestly.
Yes.
I'm gonna have her on SimpCast before the end of the year. It's my
We
new
need
goal.
to tell her friends suck, whoever they are, and she should not be friends with them anymore. Because
Mike Steele.
Maybe they
she
just
got
had
a
enough
super
of her.
attack
You ever have
on
those
Titan.
friends that you just have enough of because they're just so like you're like fine. Maybe you don't know.
maybe
I have endless patience for all my friends. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey,
Mike Steele, I've never seen Attack on Titan, but thank you for the super chat. Hunter Vogt, Manchester equals Oasis, one of the best bands ever. Well, if only the fashion was as good as the music.
yes. Their fashion's like their teeth over there, apparently.
Yeah. Kalel, thank you for the super chat. Back when my ex-wife was pregnant, she got even more sexy, in my opinion. Unfortunately, she had morning sickness the entire time for every pregnancy and couldn't enjoy it as much as I did. What are you fucking her while she's puking? That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, Jesus.
She couldn't enjoy it like I could.
Settle down, Kal-El. Settle down.
You've had a pretty decent pregnancy, haven't you?
It was very decent. I had zero
Yeah.
morning sickness. I had one day where I had like a stomach bug where I threw up from like 9:30 in the morning till 6:30 at night, and then came on and still did SimpCast.
Wow.
That's impressive.
Because I was like, don't be a pussy. And
Is it impressive or is it insanity?
I'd say a little bit of
that
both.
was it. That was the only real like feeling ill I've had. And then it's just been like, it feels like back pain that you get when you haven't worked out in a while. It's just, but now it's like pretty constant. So third trimester, I'm like really feeling like a fucking house. Like your stomach feels like big and tight, and it just feels like a retard is hugging you all the time. You're like kind of always a little bit short of breath. You can't really bend over, but I can still fling a leg under the wall of the shower and shave my own legs still, which I was told I would not be able to do at this point.
But Lila, we've seen her in person. She's not a house. I've said it once. I'll say it again. She's she eats like an almond a day.
Oh, come on.
Basically, she's got still everywhere thin. She's just belly, boobs, and butt. That's it. Thin head, thin neck, thin arms, thin legs. You could not tell
legs.
no jowls. I'm on jowl watch, and I still don't see one hint of a jowl.
I see pictures of you, and I don't see it. And cameras are the least flattering. So,
when are you due?
April 19th.
Oh wow, okay.
It's soon. As soon as it hit February, I was like, oh shit.
Are you bringing him on some? It's a boy, right?
It's a boy.
Are you bringing him on SimpCast?
I don't know. Sometimes we do have a token male on the show, so I don't know.
Well, he's on right now.
That's true.
That's fair.
He is listening.
He knows all of her jokes. He's going to slide out and be like, "When are we streaming? What are we going to do here? What's happening?"
I'm ready for my close-up.
I'm definitely talking a lot, but like I'm not talking to him a lot. I hope he doesn't feel ignored. Like
you're just talking about him.
Yeah, he hears me talking all the time, but maybe I should address him directly and be like,
"Do you like rub your belly piece?"
Only when I'm lubing myself up every night with a variety of lotions and oils, like a small town stripper that no one's gonna see naked, because you have to do that to not get stretch marks. And so far, it seems to be working, but I'm gonna have to like do it twice a day, I think, next couple months, because shit's gonna get real. Don't you gain a pound a week at this point, Aly?
Well, yeah, but I mean, that pound is not purely just fat on your body. It's like amniotic fluid, it's the baby, like also the blood volume. But I was going to tell you, I didn't get any stretch marks until after I had the baby, and it was like weeks after. But I was so tired. I didn't do any, they tell you to moisturize.
Fair. You think you get
they
out? You're like, yeah, I did it, and then it's like almost like a foundation on a house after an earthquake. You're like, oh fuck, I'm actually falling apart.
Yeah, so like I should have been wearing a girdle and moisturizing, but I just got to a point, I'm a hippie. I wanted to be all natural. My mom warned me, and I wasn't trying to listen to her. So definitely moisturize after the fact. I have like the best cream if you DM me, but don't be surprised if you get stretch marks after. Also, like it's been 9 months, my core is still messed up. Like the other day I got up at the wrong angle, and it's not like my midsection, it's like the core that's underneath your abs, like that is the weakest, and that is so annoying, but it's the best thing I've
Or I
ever
would
done.
say that this is my midsection right here. This is my whole face and body, really. Okay, good to know. Yeah, I got. I'm not allowed to do crunches. I'm not allowed to do push-ups. Like you can't work on your abs at all, apparently, at this point, which is annoying.
I think that's good advice, Chrissie. Sorry. She's like,
I mean, your abs are doing this, so yeah.
You just do breathing.
Your abs are being like, bye.
Your abs are like, see ya. We're going over here now.
I don't like that visual. Like, I'm imagining a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, like a little kid's outfit with like the pre-made separated abs in it. That's what I imagine is happening.
Yeah,
Ugh.
you're just literally doing this.
Ugh.
Here.
Allie, did you
We're
feel like
like,
your ribs were spreading apart a lot?
Yeah, you do get a little bit of rib pain. That used to irritate me. I think what I didn't like was when my daughter's feet were in my ribs and I was trying to sleep. Like,
See, I don't know if I'm feeling feet or just like my bones breaking apart because the rib pain is pretty much constant.
yeah. Well, how far along are you right now? How many weeks?
29.
29. Well, you look up if your baby is upside down yet, and then that'll give you an understanding because you'll feel like this big hard spot. It's actually their butt because at some point they turn upside down. They're not right side up anymore.
What
so
if
that
I
could be
do handstands and that will sort of convince him to flip around?
That sounds like a good idea.
I did not recommend, but
Talk to your doctor.
Yeah.
Use gravity.
Consult
When
your doctor.
Chrissy and I, we went to the gym at the hotel in where the hell were we? Dallas.
San Diego.
Yes. In
No, Dallas.
in Dallas. And she's like, "Gosh, do you think I could? Should I do a cartwheel? Should I try? I haven't done a cartwheel in so long." I'm like, why would that even come into your brain right now? Is that a thing on your list of things to do? I mean, I'm sure you could do it, but let's not risk it.
Yeah, I haven't been upside down in a while. Have not done a cartwheel.
Just give it time. When apparently when my mom was pregnant with me, she watched me sit up and like flip myself over. So that's something that you may be able to enjoy when you watch him flip over.
Oh, like on the mat?
No, like in like the belly. Like she saw like something at an alien, like literally her belly like went like this, and I flipped. So the next appointment she had, the doctor's like, "Oh yeah, she's head down now." So she watched it happen. So that's always good.
Is that what's supposed to happen? You start with your head is by your tits, and then the baby.
You have so much more room.
Yeah.
Like you change positions all the time. Like you could be any which way, and then as you get bigger, you have less room to move around, and hopefully the baby knows like, all right, it's almost my time to be called
And
to the
he, like-
stage. They get into position.
He like swims downward.
It's more like a very slow, methodical turn. And then there's other positions too. Like typically for most babies, they'll be facing your back. So they'll be upside down facing your back. But then other babies will be born sunny side up where their face is actually facing your front. So your baby will also adjust their position to kind of accommodate your pelvis, if that makes sense. Because some women, they only have sunny side up babies and some women have the regular schmegular style babies.
I'm learning so much right now. I feel like I should be taking notes.
Just DM me. It's fine.
As long as it's not
Your
over.
baby is so cute, Allie.
Thank you. I know.
So
I haven't
pretty.
seen them. Do you post? Is it a boy or girl?
I have a daughter, and I have like a private Instagram page, but I'll send it
She's
to you.
adorable. She literally looks like a Gerber baby. She's the cutest, prettiest smile. I mean, she's just freaking perfect. She's so pretty.
Thanks. I worked hard on it.
She's a really pretty baby.
Yeah, it's distracting. I feel bad because I want to I don't want to flex and be like, "Oh, my baby's cuter than your baby," but it's pretty obvious.
She's very pretty though.
Sometimes babies come out looking like a chickpea or something, and that's a very cute baby you have there. And then you
Oh yeah, that's when they start complimenting the outfit. Like those shoes are so cute.
I can say that I was a
cute
hideous
clothes.
baby.
There's a lot of really cute girl clothes. There's no there's no dress equivalent for a boy. Maybe like a christening robe. That'd be like the only time he
Put in
wears
some
something.
trousers and suspenders.
Oh yeah, they do. Oh, they have the little hat with the little
hat.
suspenders, little cigar.
Only Benjamin Button outfits for little boys. Nothing cute.
God. They probably hate all those accessories.
You could put him in some like Patagonia and make him like a frat boy. You know, there
you go.
Oh, they're like a popped collar. Ugh.
Yeah.
Get his F-boy days started early.
Yes. Dressed him like the men in college that wouldn't give me the time of day.
There you go.
Do that. Dave Chandler, thank you for the super chat. Why are we picking on Manchester? I bet we can see people like this across most of Western civilization. I've seen people like this all over Tennessee. Well, where is the Tennessee
Vegas,
Nightlife
too.
channel? Where are the clips,
Yeah.
Dave?
We just haven't gotten to the rest of the women in the world yet.
Yeah,
but we
this
will.
one's popular. Vegas has been doing it for so long that nobody cares anymore. So
Yeah, Vegas. That's why people go to Vegas, is to see a particular type of folk.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dave. Hunter Vogt, I like Vans. Oh, you mean the shoes? I used to wear Vans a lot in my improv days.
I think it was more to Tugs, right?
Was that to me? Because
Yeah.
I live in a trailer, a travel trailer. Thanks. I like Vans too.
Wait, you do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Girl, what? That trailer is bougie
Yeah,
AF.
she's
Are you
in a
serious?
van right now.
What? I want a mansions tour. What is this? MTV Cribs.
There's a whole bedroom over here too. It's got a queen size bed in it and everything.
I want one.
It's the best. It's the best. And we can just pick up and go whenever we want to. So when, shit hits the fan, bye.
I love
See ya.
that.
Cat Canada. Oh, what's up, Cat? Just popping in to say hello. Cheers, ladies. Cheers, Cat. I think I gave you a date for a SimpCast. If I didn't, I must do that immediately, if not sooner. Thank you, Cat. White girl hoeing. Duffs for Tugs.
Duffs for Tugs. That's going to be my new thing now. Duffs for Tugs. Before
Anthony,
Duffs.
thank you for the super chat. Jasmine, hearty eyes. Chrissy, you look fine and womanly.
Hi,
Thank you,
Anthony.
Push-ups again. You can't do push-ups. How can you stand it? I can't. I do them on my knees and then I get yelled at.
Do them on the wall? Can you do them on the wall?
You can do them on the wall.
Oh, well,
but you
there
look
you go.
retarded.
Listen, beggars can't be choosers.
Push-ups. Northern England equals Southern United States. Okay, I don't know if I've been to Northern England, but thank you, push-ups. Okay, wow. Let's move on. Are we interested at all in Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce? Do we care? Do we feel like they are a completely coordinated couple? Do we think it's fake and gay? Do we think they're genuinely in love?
I need them to be in love.
I don't know.
They are in love,
think it's
Aly?
some sort of, if you ask Bisconti, it's some sort of conspiracy to.
It is.
Yeah. So I don't know, but
it's a conspiracy to sway the vote and start a baby boom for some reason.
It's a conspiracy that anyone could ever love Taylor Swift, but other than that, I don't know. I love her music. I'm just being. She just seems.
And now there's pressure on them to get engaged at the Super Bowl.
Oh, good Lord, Jesus, take the wheel. She's gonna hijack the Super Bowl or the halftime show. I'm telling you right now.
That's what.
Yeah, why do they? If I was Usher, I'd be so pissed. I'd be like, Taylor's gonna take all the wind out of my sails.
If she does get,
I just want to watch football. God.
I think that if she gets engaged, and then what if she gets engaged, and what if they have a baby? It'll make other women want to do that follow her.
That's true.
That's a positive, right?
That's a positive. But they also may follow her other life choices, and I think we can all agree that's probably not the best idea.
She's a marvelous musician. I have no problem with her music. She just seems like Anne Hathaway, who all other women all hate her too. I don't know why. It just seems like her personality sucks. So I'm happy for her if she found Travis. And I don't really care if she's at the Super Bowl. So we'll bop our heads.
Travis will have to answer to the Swifties. The Swifties are now begging Kelce to put a ring on it. This is coming from the Swifties, okay? They believe it's time for him to make the ultimate commitment.
I think I'm the only person on earth. I've never seen Travis. I don't know what I know the Super Bowl is football.
Oh well, you're about to see a picture. So there you go.
He's
there
pretty
he is.
hot.
Here he is.
Yeah.
He's not bad looking.
He's an attractive guy.
If I were Taylor,
care because people care what Taylor does.
If I were Taylor and I looked at all of his ex-girlfriends, I would feel extremely insecure.
Wait, right?
Pull him up.
None of them look anything like
I don't
her.
care about this, but now I care. So, what are his exes?
They are all black and Spanish.
I feel like that would
and
be
they're
the
stunning.
opposite.
They're like the creme de la creme of beauty.
Even the way he's holding on to him and he's like looking.
Are we gonna pull them up?
Ooh, are we gonna do the
them
photo
up.
analyzing? What's that? Is it the two lines? The photo thing?
The
with
lines?
The
Yeah.
I can't
Queens.
believe
So this is Kayla Nicole. Yeah.
They're gorgeous. I
Damn
mean,
it,
not that
this
not
is a
New York's
psyop.
not pretty, but comparatively,
And
I
there's
would be
Maya
very good.
Benberry, who looks just a shade away from this other one.
The goddess Athena, that one. I tell you.
They're all
He
like-
likes, he likes black women.
he likes hot chocolate every
Very
now and
beautiful
then.
black women,
Which
my
is very
goodness.
interesting considering he went to the completely opposite side of the spectrum there.
Well, you know what? Maybe that means he's closer to settling down because I have seen some white men do that. I have seen some white men. They start off dating Latinas, black women, and then when they're like, okay, it's time to bring somebody home. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying
Yeah.
I've seen it. As somebody who
I've
grew up in
seen it.
Florida, it's common.
Could be.
Yes, and he's not wearing his gold chain on the football field or anything now. So, like, but well, he looks like he is more into. Well, every picture with Taylor, he's sort of like, yeah, well, she's
Yeah,
here.
he's like, well,
yeah.
I guess.
Okay, how many? I don't know if I'm seeing the same woman. Like, are we talking
Over
about
and
like
over again?
or like is that one in the red on the side? Is that a new person, or is this all like?
this is
I
Zuri
can't
Hall
tell.
is one.
You know, black
This
women
girl-
change their hair all the time, and I can't see well enough to know.
I think he's had at least 3
There's at
black
least
or
3
brown
other ones, I
exes.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
If
think
I'm
that
So beautiful.
if I'm Taylor Swift, I'm hitting the bronzer hard. I'm hitting the self tanner hard, like just to make sure he stays interested.
I think that first of all, nobody knew who the hell Travis Kelce was until Taylor Swift
No,
came into
no
his
one
life.
cared.
No one cared about him, so she is
Actually, no,
clearly-
that's not true. That is not true. People who watch football cared.
Well, I didn't
Those
give
of
a
us
fuck
who
about
watch
him.
football cared who Travis Kelce was.
Yeah, but not in the way that people care about him now.
Drives
And
me
clearly Taylor
bonkers.
Swift is more powerful and more important.
also
than
very
he is.
Than all
Scary,
of
by the
football.
way.
Taylor
Very
Swift is
scary.
more important than all of football. Let's be
It's
totally
scary.
honest.
They're
Yeah.
saying she's going to
That
sway
is
the
great,
vote in the
actually. I
presidential
think
election.
it's great
It
that a
just
woman
scares
is
me.
more
I'm sorry.
powerful than football.
Right.
Fuck
So
football.
so it could be. Is it a Taylor grift? They're trying to bring more.
Ooh.
They're trying to bring more people to watch America's. it's not
Yes,
even
because
America's
the NFL
pastime.
wants more
That's
women to
baseball.
watch. That's the whole.
How many
That's the whole
teams are in the
conspiracy.
NFL?
Huh?
How many teams are in the NFL?
A lot.
Too many.
I don't know. the number.
32.
32.
Which-
Lila said, "I have the answer."
32 are in the NFL.
how many divisions are there?
4.
Okay.
Oh, 4.
Listen,
divisions.
I watched the football game in between the Lady Gaga concert. when
How
she
would
was there.
listen,
I
feel
hope you're
if you
happy.
meet
I
a guy
hope you feel-
and you're like really in love with him, but all of his exes, they're like
Yeah.
really different from you in that way? Would that bother you?
I
guys?
would be very
would be bothered.
insecure, and I would be like, "What? Why me?" You know, I'd be
I
like,
make
"Are
fun of
you-"
Visconti
should
all
make-
the time
That
because
should
he
actually
loves
make
blonde.
you more confident that he's like, I was dating all these types of women and I chose you and you're nothing like them. Hence why I'm gonna stay with you. I left those motherfuckers for a reason. And they all are the
Really?
same.
Okay, so you would
Yes.
take the opposite take as Chrissy then.
Yes,
would be
because I'm that
super secure
bitch.
in it.
And you
She's
chose
not
me.
insecure.
I'm not gonna be insecure about it. If you're with me, I am adding to your life. And you should be grateful I'm even around you right now. And if I leave you, then your life is gonna go to shit. She is Taylor Swift. If she leaves him, she will just find somebody else.
Taylor's like,
I
I
know
know why
that
he's
you're
dating
That's
me.
the point. She
She's like,
can't
I'm
find
fucking
someone
rich
else.
and famous. Like that's
Yeah,
why.
that adds a different layer of like, oh, are you with me because I'm just rich and famous? Not that you're not rich and famous, Chrissy, but like, you
I'm
know,
not.
maybe that
I am
wouldn't be
not
the-
rich nor famous. I know what
but
I'm
that
working
wouldn't
with.
be a worry of yours, like, oh, he's just with me because I'm rich and famous. But with her, it could be. But Lila's using it as even like an extra, like, and I'm rich and famous.
Yeah, and
Listen.
I'm rich and famous, and I could just leave your ass at any second. So you better act right.
I
could
so-
find
I
somebody
mean,
else.
so
happy.
could
I
she.
do. I just want to watch football. Like, I don't see the NFL showing on
Boo.
camera the gymnast, Simone Biles. She just married a football player. Nobody gives 2 shits about that. Nobody cares about the country singer who's dating. It's only Taylor Swift. I'm like, can we please pick literally any other girl to show on camera? I just want to watch football. Like,
And
stop.
I just want to
Stop.
watch the Taylor Swift concert on the football field.
If I
Me-
want
me
to watch
too, to
that,
be
I
honest.
would go to her
Bringing
concert.
To be honest.
and I'm like, all right, I hate her. I think her personality is abhorrent. But I'm like, I would love to see Swiftie if she.
I would love her to be happy. I hope they are. Just please, for the love of God, NFL, calm down. And if they win, it's gonna get so much worse. Oh my God.
Well, you know, like Kansas
I don't want
City
them to be
basically
happy.
worships Taylor Swift now, right?
Was that one of the cities she helped their economy with her concerts?
I don't know.
She
So
went-
I
paper
that would be
towels
my,
to
that was my
everyone.
first answer.
Yeah, I live in the Midwest, so I've clearly been in Kansas City a few times because I got to fly out of there. But also their airport is nice now. It used to be super ghetto and low value, but ever since Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce have been dating, like there's Swift merch everywhere. She's like Kansas City's sweetheart at this point. They love her,
Wow.
love him, whatever. So and it's moving
She
the
should run for
economy.
mayor. Yeah.
She could. They
God,
probably
help
would
us.
vote for her, to be honest.
They would. That's the sad. And I saw an article the other day. Frank could probably find it if he's listening. That said that there's a very strong possibility that that Taylor Swift can swing votes a certain direction just solely because she goes.
That's what
"Presents,
they're saying because
vote
they're gonna
this
pull
way."
some bullshit again. They're gonna be like, "Well, I
Well,
guess
it's
it was
so
Taylor
scary.
Swift."
Oh my God, it's
Oh,
scary.
yes.
The woman
Yeah.
has her fans are out of control 99.9% of the time. Just
Guys,
that
this
mentality
should
it
be-
scares me. Like,
This should be inspiring to us, though. This should just show you how powerful it is to be a woman. Okay, I'm telling you, Travis Kelce had a
Type
whole
of woman.
career, and then he brought Taylor Swift into his life, and now we are all talking about him. I had no idea who this man was, and Tuggs was the only one in this group who knew who he was. But the
because
rest
I
of
watch
us
football.
did not give a shit, and I will not give a shit if she leaves his ass.
Right.
will-
I will go back to not thinking of him.
I won't.
Right.
And look,
It's so
and you know what? They probably, and then the fact that they're like, oh, she'll be able to sway the presidency vote. It's like, wow, that is some power that I aspire to have. I would love
Taylor
to have
Swift.
that kind of
Okay,
power.
Amber. She also did that with her English boyfriend of the last 6 years. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, but he
So,
don't
see,
look manly. He looked kind
I
of
have to
girly in that
address
one.
this
Well, there's
comment
that.
from
He
that
is
Amber.
English. He is English.
This comment
so there's
from that Amber that Trav and Tay are very serious because they've met each other's families and
Oh.
bought a house. First of all,
I mean,
buying a house is
did he-
nothing. They
did
can
they-
sneeze and buy
we
a
don't
house.
know that his exes didn't meet his family either.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I want to go back.
Buying
Is
a house is not
it
deal when you're
insecure?
fucking rich.
Is it insecure to require that you be like, if I'm dating someone, like I feel like I have to be their type. Is that insecure? Like I want to be their type.
No, it's fair. I get it
I
because
was
I
not
felt the
there,
same
I
way.
would-
Totally fair.
Okay.
I think if I was not, if I didn't fall on someone's type, I'd be like, oh, they're more like novelty seeking. Who's gonna be
Yeah.
next?
But
Probably
okay,
not gonna
but
be
what
me.
is their type? Because it's like, if they didn't marry that person, then that's not really their type. Oh,
Well,
they
no,
were
it's
just,
their
they just,
physical type.
Right.
but like, how long were they with them?
Well, if they're with them and then they break up and they find someone that looks like them, and then they break up and they find someone else that looks like them, and then all of a sudden they're like, oh, maybe I should try something new, then it just feels
Yeah.
like they're just trying a new restaurant instead of like.
What they probably should try a new restaurant because their type ain't working. So you
I don't think it didn't work out.
Oh,
with
I
those
see your
look.
point, Lila. That's true. That's how I ended up with a white man. That's right. That's true. No.
Well, like, I mean, I don't think it didn't work with them because they're black. I think it just didn't work with them. Right?
Yeah,
Some
look,
some
babe,
cultures
you
be
gotta
different.
go.
I'm from Florida.
Bringing
so.
down my credit score. I gotta mix it up here. See, after my mom died, my dad dated 3 petite blonde women. So that kind of made me feel that was sweet because I was like, oh, they all look like mom. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
I would rather if like someone breaks up with me, I'd rather them date someone that looks like me.
Yeah.
But like a little
Yeah.
less hot.
I would prefer a cheap imitation. So I
Yeah,
could get,
like,
That first rebound relationship, maybe I could see you going for something completely different. Like I get it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
rebound.
The whole
but
thing is
there's-
sus.
Matt
The whole thing
Scroggin
is
says
fake.
men don't really have types in the
This
way
is
that
also
women
true.
do.
They might
I don't
have
know
more of
about
an
that.
expansive type, but I don't agree with that.
I think they have more of like their physicals probably their type, right?
Mine's
So,
it. My
I
type
like them
is just
tall with big
lunatic.
boobs, or I
Right.
like blondes, or I like whatever. But yeah, personalities are personalities.
Yeah, like
Type's
even if I was
mentally
like,
ill.
I don't really care about boobs that much. Like they could be huge like yours, or they could be small. I'd be like, no, I want someone who loves huge tits.
Totally. Dave Chandler, thank you for the power dynamic between Taylor and Travis is fascinating. She's a megastar at the absolute height of popular culture, and he's an athlete in his prime competing in the Super Bowl. It's all perspective.
And the NFL wants more women to watch the NFL. So what better way to do that than bring the big megastar, female, whatever.
It's true.
Right. Because if not her, who else could they bring in? Like all
Literally
the other megastars.
no one near
Billie
the
Eilish?
powerhouse.
Who's Billie Eilish gonna date? You know?
William Eyelash is not going to be with a with a
too
footballer,
mopey.
I don't think.
I'm just saying, that's suspicious.
Hunter Boket, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Proverbs 22:6. Train
right.
up.
That's a good one. That's a
All
good
right.
one.
I'll buy the bean a
That
train
sounds-
set.
Train up.
Train up, everyone. Carnal, thank you so much for the. I'm from KCMO. I guess that's Kansas City, Missouri, and I think the publicity around the Chiefs and Taylor is more to do with averting and rebuilding the reputation of Patrick Mahomes' wife, Brittany, who was coined the worst and most hated person surrounding the NFL. I've heard of this Patrick Mahomes. I just don't care enough to look into it.
Also, all that drama around his wife is just petty drama and is whatever. Grow up. But yeah, she was the worst and most hated person for a while there, which is hilarious to me because there has been so many more terrible people in the NFL over the years. But because she's a girl and because she's married to Patrick Mahomes and she acts like a, well, for lack of a better term, petty stuck-up lady, she got the most hated, whatever.
I mean, I would too if Patrick Mahomes was my husband. I'd be like,
Right?
"What, you peasants, bow
like a
down
whole
before me." Come on.
Debacle, the champagne, and it was done on purpose, and it wasn't done. Whatever. They just won
Yeah.
the Super Bowl. She did this with the champagne bottle. Get out of the way. Like, geez. Anyway, whatever.
What did she do? Stick it up herself?
Yeah, you know, no. When you open the bottle and you shake it,
Okay.
it like gets everywhere. And some girls were like, "She did that on purpose," and how dare she not be considerate
Yes,
to the
that's,
other
that's
wives?
a very purposeful move. It's just about revelry. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
When else are you gonna do
God.
that?
They just
I
won the
know.
Super Bowl.
No, I
Um,
accidentally
yeah, well,
shook the
so-
bottle of champagne.
Yeah,
Allie, I know
accidentally
you have
popped the
to
champagne
bounce.
after our first one.
Allie, I know you have to bounce. I'm checking if there's any last minute questions or comments for Allie here on the super chat side. I am not seeing anything specifically. Allie, please tell the people where they can find you, what is coming up, and also a parting thought.
Oh, that is so cool. Okay, well, you can find me on YouTube and Twitter at RealFemSapien. That hasn't changed. On Instagram, I'm at RealFemLiberty. I do a completely different like brand niche on Instagram. I'm still politically incorrect, but you know, Meta, they are soft, y'all. So if you have a controversial YouTube channel, like you should just rebrand on Instagram instead of like risking your account. So I do a digital entrepreneurship now on Instagram and like solidarity for like moms and stuff like that. YouTube, you know, I keep it crispy. So you can find me in all these different ways. Yeah, I do. Crispy, crunchy, whatever. Yeah, thank you so much for having me on. And I can't wait to come back next time.
Oh, yes. Come
Bye.
back anytime, Allie. I adore you.
Yes, if you want to do a pregnancy stream, let me know. I will be there. That might be fun, you know.
Please
Actually,
do so I
yes,
can take
because,
notes, please.
maybe you could like critique we could do like a registry critique, or you could go over like your best objects that helped you through your pregnancy, or like, or, I don't know.
Yeah, so that pregnancy brain, it just hit you right there. But yes, I would love to do that. Don't buy any of that expensive crap that's like thousands of dollars, like an automated crib. Why? It's pointless. But yes, I would love to do that. But I'll see you guys later.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, bye, Allie. Love you. The street bike guy. My mom still has one of my baby shirts. It has a motorcycle on it, and it says, "I'm here because mommy missed her cycle." That's adorable.
That's cute.
Dave Chandler, thank you for the Tuggs is right about baby boy fashion. Put him in a baby's dress shirt and pants with suspenders, and everyone will tell you he's adorable. If you really want to be really cruel, get his picture taken in it. Oh,
Listen, the Peaky Blinders fashion is back in. Well, was back in.
I'll
I'm
have to
sure
do
it's
the
still
accent.
somewhere. Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
Frank and I have already decided that the baby will be raised to have a British accent. Like, it's not a big deal. We'll just tell everybody in the house they have to speak in a British accent around him so that by the time he's 4 or something, it'll be fully ingrained.
Love it.
And then he'll be fancy. Hunter Voca, yes, shoes, but nice van Tugs.
Thanks, Hunter. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Hunter. Leo Fisher, thank you for the subject idea. Ask Jazmen about Marbury versus Madison and talk about ban Trump laws in states. Oh God, I don't know anything about this, Leo.
I actually haven't been following the Trump stuff at all. So that's like on my list to do. Marbury v. Madison is basically the case that established the supremacy of the Supreme Court. So the Supreme Court is the highest court in the land. It takes precedent over lower courts. So that's what Marbury v. Madison is. But I have to look into the specificities of the Trump ban.
Okay.
So,
Sorry, guys. But she still knows more than I do there. Hunter Voca, lo, children are, this is another Bible verse. Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. Thank you, Hunter. Way to kill the vibe. Okay, we're trying to have a fun vibe here. Kal-El, thank you for the... She will jump on stage, grab the microphone, and tell the crowd Beyonce should have won the award. That would be fun to see. Push-ups again. Swifties are like one big Manson family. Scary. They are scary.
They can be. They are. They creep me out.
Siege D. Howdy, ladies. Name's Simp Siege. When you ladies come into Access Vegas, Rollo Tomasi and Michael Sartain. I know Tuggs and X-Ray Girl did was once.
I am doing a debate with Rollo and Michael 2v2 with Farha on the 22nd.
Ooh.
You guys can catch me there. And I was going to say, the only thing worse than Taylor Swift fans are like Andrew Tate fans. I feel like they're crazier.
Oh, God. They're the same people. I'm pretty sure.
I
Same
met
point,
Rollo once
same point.
when I was in Vegas at this podcast studio that we were doing Friday Night Tights in, and like seemed really lovely in person. His online personality, I think, is different than who he really is in real life.
Oh, Rollo.
I don't know. I debated him on Fresh and Fit, like I want to say in October. And the first thing he said when he saw this woman in a red dress, he goes, "Are you ovulating?" And I was like, "What a weird."
Oh, I can smell it. No, real good.
Like who? So I don't know.
That's a strange thing to ask a stranger.
I know. He's like obsessed with like birth control and how it affects women's preferences. So I think he's just weird.
That is fascinating. That's a fascinating topic because birth control does affect your preferences. It affects your body. It tricks your body into thinking it's pregnant all the time.
Yep.
In some
Not a
ways.
real period.
Like crazy.
It's also not a real period either, which is wild to me.
Papa Ooze. 2 conferences, AFC and NFC, 4 divisions in each conference. Thank you for the football fact. And Legal Vices, thank you for the fruit of the loom is his reward. What a lame reward. And nice try trying to trip Jazmen up, lames. Thank you, Legal Vices. Coming in from North Korea, I think he lives.
I missed his last stream, so I want to go on the next one.
South Korea? The good Korea.
That would be South.
He's
Last I
in South
heard,
Korea.
anyway.
Yeah. He's in the Korea that you can leave if you want to. Oh my God, my ribs. Feels like I'm being choked to death. Okay. Let's
Never good when someone says, "Oh my God, my ribs."
My ribs really hurt. And you can't take drugs for it because I don't want to hurt.
Poke him really hard. Like move. Get out the way.
This is interesting to me. Woman blows out giant booger 20 years after childhood bead stuffing incident.
What?
Ew.
What?
Being really little, like 3 to 5 years old, that you don't know if they're real or they're someone you saw on a TV show or that your parents told you or something like that. So you're not really sure if they're real, but you remember them. Well, when I was like 3, I remember sticking a bead up my nose and being like, it's not coming out. I didn't tell anyone. I don't know why, but I didn't tell anyone.
Oh my
I stuck this
God.
bead up my nose and forgot about it. This is probably TMI, but I had a sinus infection a couple weeks ago.
think?
This mass with her, I could not get out. It was like right up here,
Ah.
and it would not come out. It was super painful, and it was bothering me. So I got one of those earwax cleaning cameras, and I know you're not supposed to use them anywhere else. I used it in my nose to see if I could see it, which is big, and I couldn't get it out. Finally, it dislodged, and I guess it went to the back of my nose or something, but it was gone the next day. And I was like, great, gone. Well, it just came back, and it was really painful, and I was trying to get it out. I was blowing my nose really aggressively, really hard. I couldn't get it out. I got the little camera out again, and I looked, and there was a little bit of blue on it. And I brought back that memory of that bead from when I was like 3 years old. So I finally got it out. It was very painful. But a blue bead that has been in my nose for 20 years just came out of my nose. 20 years.
How did that? I have
the bead
several
inside my nose.
Does she have
I
a
have
picture
no idea.
that I don't want to see?
Maybe this is correlating with her Saturn return.
How
which
did
happens,
that? Mercury's in the microwave again, you guys. Why? How did that not rot? How did it not like fuse to her nose? How did it not give her poisoning because the color on it? Wait, was
Oh my God! It's like a freaking like hair bead. What? What? Oh God!
How did that not like put her in the hospital? I don't understand.
Where was it for 20 years? Just in her brain?
Like in here.
Oh my
God.
God!
I love this line. It lived rent free in her head for 20 years.
Literally.
That is so. I love the New York Post. I will never.
I can't believe that the fake coloring on that didn't give her some sort of infection or something. That's wild.
Ew.
Oh, imagine how good it
girl.
feels to get that out, though. Wow.
Right? Oh no.
Oh.
Is that like is that skin? What is that all around it though? Like is it skin?
Just probably.
Is it worms?
Booger.
It's like fossil boogers or something.
Fossil
Boogers of the past.
Good God.
It does look like it has
It's like she
barnacles.
took it from the underside of a ship.
Yes, exactly. Like a barnacle.
God.
Holy.
Oh, it's almost
crap.
A glass bead? Oh,
Yikes.
maybe, but oh my lord. Why are you giving your 3-year-old glass beads? Oh my God.
No, I'm into arts and crafts. All right, note to self: no beads around the bean.
Listen,
You know
and when
it's
your bean will eat all of the things. So just be prepared.
Oh, that's mortifying. Almost as much as the I never trust a person with plates hanging, a collection of plates hanging on their wall behind them.
Wow. Okay, when she occurred, when she was only 3 years old.
Oh.
She was in front of the linen closet in the kids' bathroom and pulling the bead out of a basket in the closet. Then she popped it up her nose to see if it would fit, and she couldn't get it back out again.
Why do kids do that? All kids, every single kid. Why? Always putting stuff in their mouth and their nose. Like why?
Where does it go? Where does it live?
It
for
had to have sat
20
up here.
years?
Like, I don't know.
Oh, that's mortifying.
Absolutely not. That's a no for me, dog.
Wow. Okay. That is concerning. Her mom was a nurse for 10 years, and she couldn't even tell her mom. Like,
Well, you know, the lesson we learn here is tell your mom you put a bead up your nose because otherwise you can save yourself 20 years of headaches.
Did she have any symptoms the last 20 years of anything? Did she have headaches or something? Or did we just assume?
she said maybe a sinus infection.
Well, yeah. Well, she said it was very painful. Like the sinus infection was painful. But
Yeah.
She's just
you
been
think it would be
sick her
painful
whole
all the
life.
time?
I don't know.
Yeah, I
How
would
is her
think
nose
she
not deformed,
need
growing
urgent
around
care in
it?
the next week or something from when it happened. But
I am so...
Where does
Oh,
one
look.
even get an earwax camera? Oh, this is it. This is in up
Oh
her
my
nose.
gosh. We want the evidence. Good old TikTok. We want evidence, proof, or it didn't happen. My nose is like watering now. Just
No, my nipples are hard. I have goose flesh. I'm so disgusted.
Oh.
Like, Jesus Christ.
disgusting.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
Okay.
All right. Oh, this is the evidence. Oh, this is the.
Is this the
camera?
evidence or is this the same one? And not that I want to see, but we've come this far. I mean, F it. Oh
No,
Lord.
I
Jesus.
can't.
Oh no. Oh no.
All right.
No, stop it.
Oh my God. It's like spinning around in there. Oh. Okay, that's
sorry.
enough of that.
Why did I do this to you guys?
Let's go back talking about Taylor Swift.
Crying it out definitely hurt, but not as much as you think. Once it was out of that section, I blew as hard
Prying
as
it
I
out.
could.
Prying it? Oh God.
Boy. She looks happy now, though.
I can breathe. Look at Lila's just eating. She's not affected at all.
I'm okay. It looks like my chicken nugget.
Oh my God.
It's yeah. I mean, I'm gobsmacked. I'm speechless. I'm not sure what to say.
An Australian man stunned doctors after it was revealed that his persistent sinus infections were the result of marijuana he smuggled in his nose nearly 2 decades earlier.
Now, how do you forget that one?
Yeah, how do you just forget a joint in the nose?
I don't think you were 3 years old when you did that, sir. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, see, and even this girl got married. There's hope for everyone.
Oh man, the red pill guys are gonna be spinning in their seats.
Yeah, like, she's just a mid with a bead up her nose. It's like, no.
Mid, she's too stupid to know there's a bee in her nose.
Guess what? She don't need to get that bead out. She can still get that ring.
Oh.
What are you eating,
She
Lila?
could get a ring up her nose. You never know. I
Oh,
wouldn't
right.
trust her with any bit of jewelry or some sort of small trinket.
I'm
What are you eating, Lila?
Yesterday's Whataburger.
Ooh.
Eat it.
Microwave.
No, I put it in the oven.
That's the way to heat it back up. Makes
So
it
it's
crispier.
crispy.
Yes.
Lila, I'm using your jug you gave me.
Oh, yay!
Team Jugs.
It's like what's the famous one?
It's not
Stanley.
a Stanley. I would have never bought a Stanley because they're like $50 each.
Yeah,
But
and
it's
they have lead in them.
Stanley.
Have you guys seen
That's what
the
I
trend of people like using straw covers now? Because spiders like specifically like straws because they're like moist and like a little enclosed space. So there's this trend on TikTok. I don't even drink from water bottles, but they like
Oh my
will pull out their
God.
straw. Like you need to look into your straw if you're not using because they'll
I've seen
pull
it.
out their straw and they'll be just like a spider
Chilling
it.
in there. He's all
Yeah,
snuggly.
and a lot of
That is
people don't know
one of
it.
my worst nightmares is sucking down a spider.
A little straw cover. It's a little ring. It goes around it, and you just boop.
Because otherwise it's like it attracts literal spiders, and so people will pull their like there's a trend now where people will pull out there and there'll be like a little spider just in the middle of the straw
chilling like that bead in that girl's nose.
Oh my God. Oh God.
Itsy
It's so
bitsy
bad.
spider went down the water
Water
spout.
spout. Love water spouts.
They've been trying to tell us.
Down
They
came
yes,
the
they
rain.
did.
So what of it, James?
Wow!
Don't
What of
come at me
it?
with the facts.
Jeez.
What do you know? You act like you know me.
That's funny.
Oh goodness. Oh my God, J.H. Schwalbach. Thank you for the
Yes, Aerosmith.
woo diapers. Invest for the long run. I'm not watching the show. I have a penis. I just love you all. NT. Well, I have very mixed feelings about this super chat. Letting me know you're not watching the show. But you also gave a very nice super chat. So thank you, Jay Schwalbach.
Thanks.
I remember we named a bear after you during, I think, the first content house. Or one of the things on the wall. One of the dead animals on the wall. Take your medicine. Why did y'all collectively ditch Anna's wedding? Wow. I don't. Okay, this you must be new here, but when you're 7 months pregnant, they do not let you fly. Okay,
Literally. Okay,
especially if you're not. I'm not 20 years old, so I'm not trying to like give birth in California where they would take your kid in transit immediately. And are you kidding me? Like. And you'll all know this when you get married. You'll have people who RSVP, who tell you what their meal is, who say, see you there, and then do no call, no show, just won't show up. That is a ditch. RSVPing no is not a ditch.
Not at all. And also, she knew full well. You always try and squeeze things in. She knew full well you would. She's like, she's not going to be able to come. She's going to be 7 months pregnant.
Yeah.
She is
But
perfectly
some of you men are fucking stupid and have no idea what this is like. So I'm just going to show you a little bit of grace. And maybe you're trying to be funny.
I'm not. She's 7 months pregnant. Get out of here now. Get out and
Get out of here. Be gone. Oh, goodness.
Trying to start rumors.
Jazmen has to bounce. Let me make sure there's nothing Jazmen related here. From Anthony. Good night. Find me, Jazmen. Ooh, do you know this man?
I need to go so I can catch up on my OnlyFans stuff. So if you want to message me there, I'm about to go tackle that. I'm out of town for a few days.
Definitely everyone should. If you're not following Jazmen on OnlyFans, what are you doing?
The only place you can insult me and I'll read it.
Where else can people follow you, Jazmen? And what's coming up for you? And give us a final thought.
Yeah, so final thought. What is the final thought? Okay, well, first I'll say where you can follow me. So you can find my stuff at Jazmen Jafar. You can see how my name is spelled .me. You can find my OnlyFans. You can find my other content, my Instagram and stuff. But the only messages I 100% read myself are my OnlyFans messages. So if you want to insult me, that is the place to go. Final thought is, I don't know, what have I have coming up? I have that debate with Rolo and Michael coming up. Going to Ohio this weekend for Destiny's canvassing event. So I'm seeing how that will go.
What's going to be your canvassing outfit, Jazmen? I can only...
Okay, so my job is apparently to make voting sexy.
Yes,
you're doing a bang-up job.
But I don't know how to be sexy in Ohio. So I'm gonna have to do that.
They don't know how either.
It doesn't take much.
I don't know how to be sexy in Ohio. I have this white, like sexy, long sleeve, like snow cat suit thingy. So I might wear that with like some Prada boots. And my other outfits. But yeah, if you guys, I'm gonna try my best to be sexy in Ohio. We'll see.
You're gonna do fantastic.
Thank you. It's the one job I have, so hopefully I can do well. And it was really fun. I hope I can come on future ones. I'm sorry I gotta run, but I gotta catch up on.
Yes,
shit.
come back anytime. The three of you are welcome anytime, Jazmen. I adore you.
Of course, and have a great rest of your pregnancy. It was I've seen Lila before. It was so nice meeting Tuggs. And how do you say your name?
Keanu.
Oh, Keanu.
Keanu.
Keanu. It
What's
does.
your ethnicity? I'm Persian. You look like you could be Persian. Do people ever say that?
Ooh. No, but you're beautiful, so I take
Thank
that.
you.
I'm
literally you
Italian.
could be. I was like, it's just me and Nina usually who are like the two Persians, but I was like, you could definitely pass.
You know what? Since you said it, I'm going to start telling people I am Persian, and I think it'll get me like some coolness points.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coolness points? I don't know. I feel like if you say Persian, if you say Iranian, then you're not going to get the coolest point.
Okay. All right. Well,
you have to say Persian.
You gotta say Persian.
I learned that a while ago.
It gives like empire. Iranian gives terrorist. So like that's why we say. All right. Anyway.
Love it.
Bye, Jazmen. We love you.
Bye, Jazmen.
Your night. Bye.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Oh, all right. Someone's gonna have to get their tits out now that Jazmen's gone.
Well,
I don't have any, so sorry.
What
There you go.
Are you doing on the screen?
And I definitely make it hot by screaming like I'm in pain.
My ribs hurt. They're breaking.
My ribs do hurt. And I wonder if it's because I'm still wearing underwire bras.
Oh, probably. Take those off. F that.
Yeah, I know. What
What am I gonna wear though? I can't just have them loose like I'm out in Manchester.
Them loose, and they're still very, very just they're taut and up.
Do you have one of those nursing bras, the sports bras that
No, they're fucking hideous.
Yeah, but they might be more comfortable.
Hideous to whom?
Yeah, you have
To
a
me. They look like I'm not about to buy a medical bra, okay? They're so gross looking.
Put a sports bra on. Get some pasties. You'll be fine.
Get a robe, Chrissy. Get a
No.
robe.
Oh man.
I don't know. There's got to be sexy maternity bras out there. I just have
I'm gonna
not
Google it right now, and
seen
I'm gonna
them.
send you some links.
For real,
Good
I
grief.
swear to God,
wire
I
bras
know we
are
talk
so
about the-
bad for you.
I talk about the
So many of
Kardashians
these
all the time.
Maternity bras look like it's post-op, like something horrible happened to my boobs, and they have to be wrapped up.
This is serious though. Skims just came out with maternity Skims, and
Oh,
they
yeah,
don't have
look at that.
underwire. Yes, that would be the one if you want to spend some
see
money
it.
on it.
I don't
Look it
want to
up.
support the Kardashians. I think they're
There's
good.
also
I
a
think they have
brand
enough
called
money.
Mom Cozy. That's cute. Those are lace.
Oh,
it's
I like that
lacy.
brand. I have actually this pillow that I'm using right now is Mom Cozy. This is a little hot
Oh.
dog
Oh,
pillow. Not sponsored.
Is that
No,
hot dog?
But
Is that
it's
what we're calling it?
this is great. I feel like it's a little hot dog bun. I'm the hot dog. And I wedge
Ah.
myself in between this. And like one side is for your back and one side is for your belly. So it's just like it's a pillow for your gunt area, basically.
Afterward, you could stack them, and it would be like one of those sex pillows.
Yeah, this is my when I get lip
it's a
injections.
2-for-1.
I'll look like this.
It's like whose line is it anyway?
This will be me after I get my mommy makeover and I get lip injections, and I'll be like, "Hi guys."
When
Yeah.
are you allowed to do that?
Get things done. I don't know. I guess I'll see how bad the situation is after he's out. Yeah, my upper munt and my lower munt. God, I don't know.
You'll bounce right back.
Hopefully he won't trash the place. Do you hear me?
You're gonna look great, Chrissy. And
She
you look
spoke
great.
to him. I just care that he's cute and smart and that I didn't damage his brain from drinking
You didn't.
those first 7 weeks.
Oh, you'll be
Please.
fine. Are you kidding
The baby
me?
was
People
protected.
drank for decades. It's fine. You'll be right.
Did you see the video of the lady that gave her baby coffee for her 4-month-old baby coffee because she thought she could keep it awake and then they could be on the same schedule, and then she had to take the baby to
Oh my God.
the baby-
What?
the
What kind
baby-
of coffee?
She
Like
it
just
was
a
like
regular-
a latte, and
I was a new mom, okay?
then no, it gets really funny. She made a TikTok video about it to warn other moms not to do this, and she just got shamed in the comments. Like people were
yeah.
just like,
No, yeah, that's what happened.
and then it was really sad. But she was like, I was just telling you guys what happened to me, and I didn't know that you couldn't do this. And then she talked about how she saw somebody give their baby Coca-Cola in a bottle, and that's caffeine. So she didn't think that a little bit of espresso would be a big deal because she wanted to keep the
But
baby awake.
Coca-Cola's not good for your baby
Gave it
either.
a symbol of an
Oh, my
espresso. It's fine. Oh, God.
Oh my lord.
She wanted the baby to be on the same sleep schedule as her.
Oh my
Not
God.
how that works. Please don't give your babies caffeine for the love of Pete. Jeez Louisa.
Wow, that's bad. Nomad. And there is Lila eating away, looking like she wants to eat the bead.
Yeah.
Ugh,
I'm eating cookies now.
those look good. Charles says, so if the bead happened to you, would you guys put the bead on a necklace? Ugh, no. I would get it if I had this even slightest inkling that the bead never came out. I would get that checked out like ASAP.
Immediately.
She looked great,
Yeah.
but she forgot.
She forgot. So as soon as I remembered, well, she clearly told her fiance, like it went in. I don't think it ever came out. So it's like at some point in the past couple of years, it occurred to her. She should have
Right?
gotten that
And
checked
she
out.
went and probably told this to however many adults, and not one of them said, "You should probably go get that checked." Like, hello,
Mhm.
it's the girl in the tiny skirt all over again. Jeez.
The Galaxy
Yeah.
Girl, free Turtle Boy and free Karen Reed, justice for John O'Keefe. Thank you, Galaxy Girl. Oh my God, what a treat we're getting soon. She's not in position yet. There she
Zia.
is.
There
It's
she
Zia.
is. My bad.
Las Vegas.
Hold on, I gotta fix my fucking. I think it's like not
Good
coming through the
jobs.
headphones.
Top 5 worst red pill arguments. Thank you.
All of them.
All of them. Leo Fisher, thank you so much for the. Lila is a Valkyrie. Keep eating while seeing a booger bead.
What's a Valkyrie?
I don't know. I'm gonna look it up.
She's a Valkyrie.
It's a
It's the
Settings
warriors
off.
that take you to whatever the Thor version of Valhalla is. They're like
in
they
Norse
ride
mythology, a Valkyrie is a host of female figures who guide souls of the dead to God's Odin Hall Valhalla.
Hey, I got points for that one. I was close.
Yes, that's
I could
what
see
I
Lila doing
want.
that for sure.
Thank you, Leo. Raken Knight, I was told to come over here to simp by Zia. Yours, Zia?
Yeah, I couldn't raid because I was covered in chocolate sauce, and so I had to just like get up and shimmy over to the shower. So I was like, everybody, just go to SimpCast right now, okay?
Oh, you're so sweet. When you do your chocolate shower, do you do your head and hair too, or just your body?
No, just my body. Because it would be, especially if I was going to come on here afterwards, I like went into the shower, put my hair up, and was like, okay, don't get anywhere, just like rubbing myself like this to get it all off.
You're just trying to.
They're all erect now.
Yes. Not a soft peen in the house.
Not one.
David Chandler, thank you for the super chat. That Australian guy had weed up his nose for 2 decades. He must have been the most relaxed dude on the planet. Come and party with me down under.
Down under.
Thank you, Dave. Oh my God, John Malin is asking for the link. I don't know if I've ever met John Malin. I think he does he do Cecil's show? His name is familiar. Push-ups, eating hot Cheetos in honor of Anna's wedding.
Oh.
Jay Schwalbach, thank you for the Schwalbear. Yes, it was Schwalbear. Okay, I watching, but you're talking girly shoot. Don't let Jeremy and Ryan know that I'm watching. It's bad enough I watch and support poor choices.
Hey, we appreciate you.
They'd never let me live it down. Son's wife just had baby. I know what you're in for. Love.
Oh,
Schwalbear.
That was a word salad.
Aw, that's cute. Thank you so much, Schwalbear. Psychotic Mongoose gifted a 1 Chrissie Mayr membership. Wow, I wonder who that's going to go to. I think it's automatically dealt out. Saw, what's up, Saw? Hi, beautiful muscle mommy. Your heathen are here. You all look beautiful tonight. Wow, you're heathen? Is that what you call your fans, Zia?
Yeah, if they get a membership, the first tier membership is heathens, and the second one is zunts. There's so many heathen sites. Zunts.
Like a runt?
No, like a cunt, but with an X.
Oh, zunts. Zunts. Why did I think of runts? Like the runt candy.
Because you're, I don't know, better than me, I think.
I think about runts. There's the banana runt and then all the other runts.
The banana runts are the best ones.
Yeah, I wish they could do all banana runts.
Yes.
This is so annoying. I'm embarrassed to this, but I have to pee. And but I want this to keep. But this is why I don't drink water. This is why pre-pregnancy Chrissy never drank water, because you just have to pee and it's a vicious cycle.
Chrissy, I peed 3 times on my stream tonight.
I always pee on my streams too. I'm like, I'll be right back. I gotta pee.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
You gotta do. I don't understand how some people, honestly, I don't understand how some people don't drink water. I'm like, don't you feel like you're dying? Like I go like an hour without drinking water. Same. Like an hour without drinking water. I feel like I'm going to die.
That's how I feel without White Claw after an hour.
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, I hope you had a good birthday. I'm so sorry I couldn't make it. I couldn't make it to your stream because I was seriously deathly sick and I couldn't walk for like 2 days. But
how are you feeling? Do you know what it was? The flu?
I think it was, I don't know. I'm still kind of like in a weird spot, but I took a bunch of cold medicine and I don't know.
I can hear
But
it
I'm
in your
fine.
voice now that
Yeah.
you said that. I'm sorry. I'm glad you're feeling better. Do not apologize ever. I like threw that together so fucking last minute and like probably forgot to add a bunch of people to the group and was just like, if anybody wants to come, like it was
I
YOLO.
totally would have came.
Yeah.
I just was.
I
I
planned
couldn't have it
nothing.
on camera.
No, totally get it. 100% you have to rest. Keanu, I heard that
darling.
you found your wedding dress.
What's that?
I heard you found your wedding dress.
I did. And it will not be anything like that you would think that I'm wearing. I'll show you. I'll send you a picture.
Oh my God.
I think everybody thinks you're going to be wearing like something very 1920s esque kind of thing.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm over here like you're going to be in a Cinderella like full on princess dress.
It's in between the two, but no, Chrissy went with me to like find it, and it has. You'll be like, it's very her, but also very not her.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see.
I will definitely. My aisle is like basically all stairs, so I will most likely tumble down.
Oh,
So,
please don't do
but-
that.
and
Only
if
if you're wearing your bread loafers.
Yes.
You should
I
wear
plan
those.
on wearing my loafers.
Just
Oh
wear,
my
wear
God, I
comfy shoes. Okay.
Oh God.
I knew someone who got married in Converse. They were like white bedazzled Converse. They were like, fuck
Yes.
this. I'm not going to wear heels. So smart. Because if you're going to be on your feet and like dancing all night,
I want to
heels
get
maybe
married in
down the
cowboy
aisle.
boots.
But
I'm
I
planning on
Yes.
cowboy
Dude,
boots.
I basically because I wear these Doc Martens like every day of my life.
Oh,
I
those
need
are
to get
so
them. My
cute.
socks are awful. I'll show you
Just
the
find
shoes.
those in
though.
white and wear them. There you go.
I basically did. Chrissy, we went to I don't even know what
Hell yes.
shoe store it was. I'll show you. One moment.
Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna wear cowboy boots because I'm not doing the whole heel thing. I'm too old for that.
hell yes. Honestly, for real though, like just
Too old.
comfort over. When I was a bridesmaid at Chrissy's wedding, I got these adorable shoes, but I fucked up. I didn't. Oh my God.
I love those, Keanu. I love those.
So
And they're
cute and so you.
They're me, and you need a chunky heel. I am not a thin like a
No
love
nose
it,
child,
Chunk.
so-
Stilettos are
The
dangerous.
boots.
They're so pretty.
Hello, I'm
She found her
betrothed.
dress.
Hello. I like that you have them right there.
I love it. We were talking about how she found her dress, and that led to the shoes, and this is
Yeah,
where we're at.
so I decided to show them the shoes.
They're
I've
beautiful.
Yeah.
I love them.
What
I love
size
them.
foot are you, Keanu?
7.5, 8, 7.5 or 8.
I was gonna give you like my wedding heels if you want to try them on and see, like, just to have options, but they're
You
7.
have tiny, beautiful feet. I have like flat, hideous feet from ballet, and yeah.
Your feet
belly
are
feet.
like the right size for your height though, because you're taller.
Yeah.
Well, I'm average. I'm 5'6".
That to me, that's so tall.
I seem to have
Damn.
shorter friends.
That's tall.
The three of us are like, that's
Tall.
tall. Trust me.
Yeah, we're all like, no, you're very
I
tall.
swear to God, I only girls that are 5'4" and below like me ever. It's just never my height gal ever. But not. It's just that 1 inch shorter than you could be. I'm definitely not a model. Whatever, but weight or anything. But if I were 1 inch taller, that's model height, right? But no, God, just 5.
He's like,
it's
so close.
You're the perfect height. I feel like 5'6" is the perfect height because you're still like you're not getting into really tall territory where you're like bumping into things or you have a hard like your dating pool gets smaller. Like you're still taller than like where you can't reach stuff on shelves.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true. I can reach a thing or two. And
Yeah.
Santi is not the tallest man on earth, but he doesn't even, if I wear like super tall heels, he doesn't even mind if I'm like a teeny bit taller than him, but he's
Oh,
taller
good.
than him. So
Yeah.
yes.
Exactly.
Sorry, someone in the chat. I probably should just let this go, but I'm not going to.
Let's do it.
I'm about to ban this motherfucker. Like,
Oh my
you
God, he won't
need to
shut
check
up.
yourself.
Yeah. he
I'm
won't shut up
sorry.
about it.
I know you're a complete stranger, and it's below me to even address this. But like, I am now in my 3rd trimester. I don't think you understand how being pregnant works or how trimesters work. But like, once you're in your 3rd trimester, they don't let everybody fly again. Like you, and it's kind of insane for you to like assume my level of health and where things are at, which you have no clue about and I don't talk about. So how could I expect you to know this? But there's a difference between first of all flying first and second trimester versus flying in your third, which I just started. So this
like just now, and
just like I don't know, as of last week or something. So you really can't compare it to flying in your second trimester. Also, there's a difference between flying versus like a 6-hour flight plus a 2-hour drive plus 3 venues, then a 2-hour drive back, and then another 6-hour flight back, all during a time where you could basically give birth at any point.
Right.
And then you're away from your obgyn, like I would be 12 hours away from my doctor if something were to happen. Then if something did happen, then I would be the asshole. Then I literally I'm putting a person's life in danger because I wanted to be a good friend. And like, believe me, I felt major fucking FOMO not going. It really bothered me. It was like basically a fight between me and my doctor. But how could you know that? You're a stranger on the internet. What do you know? Why am I even addressing this?
Clown Christopher would be in the chat the same. If had you gone, he would have said, "Well, you shouldn't be flying."
I can't believe you went. Yeah, exactly. Yep. There's no winning.
You know what the miracle of birth feels like, Christopher. You part of the boy run media. Just slow your roll. Get out.
I'm like, it's not like I said I would be there and then I suddenly didn't show up. It's like you have an RSVP date, you let someone know in advance. I sent her a large check. I don't know why I'm letting this bother me.
Don't let it.
Hi, Zach. John Malin is the Jay in the Jack Show. Oh, there we go. MK solid. Chrissy's son will be in pre-K with migrants. No, not if we homeschool him.
Would you do that?
How hard could it be?
That's because I know you like to just do whatever is hardest, like squeeze something in.
I do like to do whatever is hardest.
Schooling, it's perfectly fine.
They send everything to you, as far as I understand it. Like it's a package. And so whatever the grade they're in, you get like your talking points, your teaching points, and what reading, writing, all that stuff. They send it to you, and you just do it at home.
And then you're done with school. They kind of do it themselves. Yeah. He's going to walk out of your womb an influencer already. He won't even need school. He's fine.
That's fair. He's going to be smarter than that Christopher guy. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, War Machine, for gifting 5 Chrissie Mayr memberships. I need sound effects like how Kiki has.
5.
It really bothered me. And it's going to be a rough next couple of months not being able to go do gigs and go fucking be a person. So
stream one online and charge for it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Stream the birth.
Yeah.
No. Just do a stand-up show like in your living room.
No, God, no. I'd rather die. That's like in your living room. There's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than a live stream comedy show. Absolutely nothing worse.
Yeah, remember when those were huge in COVID and everybody was like, what is this shit?
Yeah.
I was like, I know this is bad, but I have standards. I'm like, I think I did.
Trying to help. Okay. I don't know.
No, I know. And there's no way you would know that. It's like, you're just, I think I did during COVID. I was hired to do one holiday party live stream comedy show, but it ended up working because I just roasted people in their little boxes.
There you go.
But I would never do a live stream of my regular set. I've actually gotten in fights with people because they tried to live stream my set, like my set part of a show. And I was like, no, we're not doing that. And got a lot of shit for it. But it's just it's just one of the hills I'm willing to die on because it's it just bastardizes the whole form. Zach, not now, Charles.
Not now, Charles. God.
Charles.
Hey Max, thank you for the yellow boy. Hey Max says, Chris, your tweet about trusting white male pilots got you in some trouble. What could go wrong in your view with an all-female pilot crew on a plane, all diverse?
God.
What do you think, K Max? you know,
what trouble did that get you in?
it never used to bother what the pilots look like never used to bother me before they went around and started telling everybody they're going to go out of their way to hire diverse and female and gay and fucking mentally ill pilots. Okay. No one cared about the gender, race, creed of their pilot before all this DEI shit started popping
No,
off.
as long
And
as
now,
they're a fucking qualified pilot that can fly a
Right.
plane, I'm good.
but now when I see someone who doesn't typically fit my stereotype of pilot, I'm gonna go, were they hired for their skill or were they hired for their skin color or their genitals? And that's just my mental process right now. Also, it was a joke. Thank you, K-Max. One rad lady gifted 5 Chrissie Mayr memberships. Thank you. You are one rad lady. Thank you
Hell
for
yeah.
that. Charlie Kirk said the same thing. I'm having trouble breathing. Okay, here we go. We did the booger.
Okay, wait.
We did-
Before you get into your next topic, I have to.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Bye,
This was
Tugg.
great. Bye.
Bye.
Nice.
Good night.
Bye, Tugs.
You guys are all beautiful, and I love you all. And I'm glad I got to hang out with you today. And that
Aw,
Christopher guy needs to go
Tugg.
touch grass.
It's fine. I should have just pretended he didn't exist like I do usually. I'll
He
go
was-
back to doing that.
You're
Jesus.
7 months
Tugg.
pregnant. You're allowed to respond to trolls with
Yeah.
soft penises. All right?
Mhm.
That's the only thing.
That one's
It's
got an
fine.
extra soft one. That one never gets hard. I'm just
Oh
throwing
my
that out there.
What?
So,
Where,
anyway.
Tugs, can people find you? What's coming up on Poor Choices?
Ooh, this is where people. There it is. This is where you can find me. I'm also on Twitter. You know, if you see that Tugg Life, it's me. Just hit the follow button. Poor Choices. We are doing a sip and chill Wednesday. Our normal catching up on the MegaCon shenanigans and probably some other internet shenanigans.
Ooh.
And yeah, and then I think not this week, but the next week we have another dad cast on the same channel, Poor Choices. Which is where we interview dads. Ooh, we should get Frank on after the baby's born.
Oh, well, he's already
He's a dad,
You-
yeah.
You could have him
that's
on
fair.
now.
Oh, cool. Oh, we can
He's
get
been
two
a
different
dad.
perspectives.
He's been a dad 13 years.
We can get two different
Um,
perspectives: a teenage dad and then another baby dad. I like it. Anyway,
Aw.
that's our show. That's Poor Choices, and yeah.
That's
And then
fun.
sometimes I'm here on SimpCast with these lovely ladies.
Aw, Tugs.
I think you
Love
look beautiful and
you.
you're glowing. So that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Stop
And
it. You're so sweet.
thank you for
Agreed.
having me on. And I love you, ladies.
Anytime, girl.
Bye,
Love you.
doll.
Miss
Bye,
you.
Tugs.
Bye.
Everyone subscribe to Tugs. Watch Poor Choices. Watch the dad cast. And Chris got a gifted membership. I hope he returns it. And gives it to someone who appreciates this show.
He's ugh.
Maybe he will. You know what? Maybe it was great that you said something to him because he needed to.
Some people just need to create drama. They just like need to have
I
it. They
guess
get so excited about internet drama and they like try to they come up with something that makes no sense even.
Right.
She's
Look,
been
I'm a
flying all
part of
during her third.
something.
Yeah, exactly. She's been flying her whole third trimester, and you're like, I'm just in my third trimester
I
now.
just
dummy.
started it. Yeah. Like
You don't know what's going on in my womb, douche. Get out.
Are you
Get
you my
out.
doctor? No.
Oh, I didn't know you were sitting there with my file.
That's so
Do you
funny.
want to talk about my discharge as well? We should
Yeah.
do that.
Ugh.
Rakin Knight, I am only trusting the new pilots my friend instructed.
If you got a friend that does that, hell yeah, you get all the insights onto who can fly and who can't.
Oh yeah. Cyberhunk, screw diversity, whether it's pilots, doctors, or prostitutes.
Agreed.
Gender is a secondary concern. My first concern is getting the best person for the job. That used to be everybody's
boom.
first concern.
Yep.
Remember when it was merit? When things were merit based? That was a nice time to be alive.
I think everyone can do anything. I think woman, man, yeah, you know, whatever. When I see
Yay.
a woman pilot, I do go like, I'm just being honest. I go like, well,
The worst part is anytime I see a bad driver and it's a woman, I'm like, God damn it, woman, get your shit
Yeah.
together. You're making us all look bad. What the fuck?
for Christ's sake, why? No,
We
no,
all
I
do it.
don't
It's like there's a shitty driver on the road in front of you, and then you pass them, and you go, "Yeah, okay, that's what I thought."
Yeah, yep.
Satisfying. We all do it.
No, I never really truly looked at the pilots before, but I do. I'm like, I just know how I would react, and if the plane was going down, is I'd be like, I wish there was somebody here to help me. I'm not sure this is too much.
I guess a
that's
better
my
way to
only
do it
concern.
would be like let the flight go as it goes, and then if it
Mhm.
was shitty, then you go and look for the pilots, and you go, "Oh, that makes sense."
Well, and also, Chrissy, we had those. We were like, oh, we were making a joke. We were like, oh, look, the pilots, they're white, they have wrinkly elbows, they're old white men. We feel safe. But those pilots had no bedside manner whatsoever. They forgot the goddamn safety pamphlets in the airplane hangar.
We had to go back an hour and a half. The flight was delayed.
It was
an hour and a half
terrible.
because we didn't have the fucking pamphlets. I'm like, no one's even looking at these pamphlets.
Well, if you find out your flight's been delayed because your pilot had her period, oh man, that really pissed me off.
Yeah, actually, she couldn't stop texting her ex, so we couldn't take off when we wanted to. That's happened to me though. I've been in like horrible knockdown, drag out fights with ex-boyfriends. Like, been late for work, had to step out from work, like be gone, like been away from my desk like an hour or something because this motherfucker won't stop fighting with me. And it's like that should be the biggest red flag. Like, if someone is keeping you from your job, like that's
Yeah, I've been in some like pretty explosive fights, but it has never crossed over into work. It's been like where I can't sleep because we're fighting all night, or I'm fucking anxious because we're in some fucking crazy thing, and I go to work and I'm tired. But I've never like taken a call at work from a boyfriend that was trying to fight with me. I've never stepped out. Like, if he came to my work, I'd be like, you need to get the fuck out of here, or I'm calling the cops. What the fuck do you think you're doing? Absolutely not.
Yeah, and I remember trying not to take the calls, but it would be like call, like paragraphs of text.
God.
Like, you have to respond to me. And it's
Yeah,
like
like a fucking
It's like, look, I'm trying to print name tags. Okay,
This is very important work
for a PTA meeting. Okay, I can't be dealing with this. Okay, so this is a mostly comedy and comedy adjacent crew right now. So I want to know what you gals think of Shane Gillis hosting Saturday Night Live. It's in a couple weeks. I think maybe 3 weeks from now, the 24th.
I think it's hilarious and amazing.
Yep, I think
good
it's
for
great.
him. Yeah.
Yep. I think it's fucking awesome that they fucking came crawling back. He could have told him to fuck off, but I honestly think it's better that he just does it.
Right. He's the new face of Bud Light, isn't he?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even ask Dylan Mulvaney, my twin sister, to host. So
No. Right. That's what doesn't make sense to me is why haven't they had Dylan Mulvaney at this point?
Because maybe they're finally realizing that no one gives a shit.
I think maybe a little bit of free speech is coming back in vogue, as they say. And
so.
Yeah, I hope so as well.
So as you know, he was cut from SNL in 2019 for just simply being funny. And I guess someone did not do a deep look into him, or he was hired just to be fired so that SNL could grandstand and virtue signal on the topic. Who knows? Only Lorne Michaels knows for sure. But Shane is set to host an upcoming episode of SNL. The comedian, 36, had previously been fired from the sketch show after videos of him emerged. It's literally just him on a podcast saying chink and doing a Chinese accent. It's fucking hilarious. Like, I hope everyone goes back and listens because they're very funny shows. And now he'll be back on. And I remember I was at the stand the night that he found out he was, I think, either hired or fired. It was like a big. It might have been the night he got fired, and everyone's like, "Oh my!" It was crazy. Anyway, he'll be back for a show February 24th, and he'll be joined by 21 Savage, which nobody knows who that is. In 2019,
I do.
Oh, really?
I'm just an idiot girl, though.
No, it's probably a young person band. In 2019, several clips surfaced in which the star used racist and homophobic slurs on the Matt and Shane Secret podcast. In the podcast, Gillis and Matt McClusker mocked comedians Judd Apatow and Chris Gethard, referring them to as white Oh, is this the Melanie Macward
Yeah.
comics and effing gayer than ISIS? That's so funny. Chris Gethard was my improv 101 teacher at the UCB, and
That's hilarious.
I would say that this is completely accurate. Yeah, not an alpha, but few men in improv are alphas. So, okay. That's funny. Gillis is also heard telling McClusker that their conversation is nice racism, good racism. There is a difference. Another clip emerged from a September 2018 podcast in which Gillis referred to people living in New York City's Chinatown as, just chinks. Yeah, that's nothing crazy. He also mocked a Chinese accent and used the language barrier in the video, saying Chinatown is fucking nuts. Okay, yeah.
None of this sounds bad to me. I'm trying to find out like where the issue is.
Lies detected. The translation between you and the waiter is just a hassle. It's like, I'm pointing at it. This is it. I want the fucking. Oh, he was saying neuters instead of noodles. That was so funny. Neuters. Gillis was announced as a host during SNL's show February 3rd with host Ayo Edebiri. Gillis quickly announced an apology. She shouldn't have done. For 10 years of mostly bad comedy on Twitter. I'm a comedian who pushes boundaries. I sometimes miss if you go through my 10 years of comedy. Most of it bad. You're going to find a lot of bad misses, Gillis said in his apology note. I'm happy to apologize to anyone who's actually offended, which is no one, by anything I've said. My intention is never to hurt anyone, but I am trying to be the best comedian I can be, and sometimes that requires risks. SNL said at the time, after talking with Shane Gillis, we have decided that he will not be joining SNL. And he's done great. He doesn't need them. They would have creatively stifled him.
Yeah,
it's actually better that he didn't end up there.
Yeah.
His career is better.
Oh, this is 21 Savage. He looks like a middle school desk. Keanu, you listen to this? You listen to this monstrosity of a person?
Come on. Yes, he's not covered in gum or anything. Just tattoos. It's all right.
Okay. We want SNL to have a variety of voices and points of view. No, you clearly don't, based on the writers and literally everyone you hire. And we hired Shane on the strength of his talent as a comedian and his impressive audition for SNL. Well, then you fired him on some shit that had nothing to do with this. So
nonsense.
This is bullshit. We were not aware of his prior remarks that have surfaced over the past few days. The language he used is offensive, hurtful, and unacceptable. We are sorry that we did not. You know what's hurtful, offensive, and unacceptable? SNL, literally the last 30 years of SNL has been unacceptable. We are sorry that we did not see these clips earlier, that our vetting process was not up to standard.
Stupid,
I guess.
So
clearly.
you guys suck at your job. Is what you're saying.
Lord.
You're either pussies or you suck at your job. Which is it? Shane added, it feels ridiculous for comedians to be making serious public statements. But he shouldn't have apologized. Don't ever apologize for anything ever again, Shane.
You know what would probably give you actually more is just telling them to go fuck yourself. Just be like, go fuck yourself. I'm not apologizing for shit.
I think his apology was very eloquent. Like, yeah, I'm a comedian and it requires taking risks. And I've missed on things sometimes. I think the only unfunny thing he said was maybe there was one where it was like, you're just saying the word for Asian people for no reason.
Chink.
But yeah, I don't know what we're allowed. I don't know what we're allowed to say here. But the other than that, I mean, I just love that they're like going back on what they had previously thought. That just tells you they just go with the way that
the wind blows them.
Whatever blows, right? They're
whatever
very
public opinion is pressuring them to believe.
Right, because it's
spineless,
ridiculous. He's obviously not a racist. He doesn't hate Asian people. He clearly doesn't. So
yeah,
I don't know.
It's a pussy move. It was a pussy move to fire him.
Oh,
I'm a comedian who was funny enough to get SNL. That can't be taken away. Of course, I wanted an opportunity to prove myself at SNL, but I understood it would be too much of a distraction. I respect the decision they made. I'm honestly grateful for the opportunity. I was always a Mad TV guy anyway. Mad TV
was my
funny.
shit.
The ladies' man, Ms. Swan.
Oh, you're looking like a man.
You're looking like a man.
Sad white ISIS, like maybe I should get in this accident. It'd be good for me. It's like you, dude.
For me, drive a truck because I'm sad. And,
dude,
those guys gayer than ISIS. ISIS is out there like, for me, we need to get the we blow ourselves up, we get a bunch of these white comics.
Oh yeah, they're like,
I just sad because life's hard, and like it turns out, and I'm gay.
yeah, they're like, they don't know if they want like girl virgins,
dude. Yeah, exactly. Welcome to Earth.
That's just this is like most people's podcasts.
Yeah, this is. I've said worse shit than that. I swear.
Yeah, we've said worse on this show so far.
Ugh.
He's a hilarious comic. He doesn't need SNL. He blew up. Probably getting fired helped him. Helped him get attention. And I hope he does it and just rips them a new one. Just absolutely calling out like, hey, you guys fucking fired me because you're pussies and you bent the knee to the woke mob. Like, you used to be funny. He should just go hard. I don't know. Drop the mic, walk off stage, bail on all the sketches. Like, do something really newsworthy.
He's gonna do something radical, hopefully.
Do something radical. Fuck him. Take no prisoners. And yeah, that's that. That's that. He's funny.
It's the best thing that happened to him to not be on that show, because they would have just all the writers, they've been like, oh well, he said this. They wouldn't have put him in anything. His talent wouldn't have been forth, in the scene at all. So this is probably the best situation for him. But
it's like, unless Shane was the very first person that they ever tried to hire outside of who they normally always hire, that's the only possible way I could believe that what they're saying is real, because all their writers, all their actors on the show all have the same politics. They're all from the same kinds of schools. They all come up in the same kinds of improv programs. Like, very, I think, typically few stand-ups. But again, like, you really have to be a certain type of comic to curry the favor of SNL. So either they were really trying to break the mold with Shane. They go, uh-oh, this was our first attempt. We fucked it up. The woke mob's coming after us. Let's fire him and save face. Or they're full of shit and they only hired him just so they could dramatically fire him. And again, try to virtue signal.
Outcry I don't remember there being an outcry from the woke mob anyway, where people being like,
there
oh my god,
there was a particular guy who was like stalking Shane and like a lifelong hater of him, who actually brought it to the attention of the internet and was like, oh, really? SNL, you hired this guy? What do you think of this? And he pulled this old podcast out of
ridiculous
years old archive. So yeah, someone really had a chip on their shoulder for him and kind of instigated that whole thing.
Everyone has that. I don't see them because apparently YouTube holds them, and I just never go through those comments. But for a while, there was a guy that would comment on all of my videos, like paragraphs of just random weird shit. And he's like, I can't wait to watch you crash and burn and blah, 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 blah. And you're just like, sweet Jesus, you have like a real hate boner for me. It's actually so funny. But like, I feel like everyone has that, like one or two people that are just like, I fucking hate this person so much. I need to like, imagine knowing all the podcasts that he did and finding those moments. That means they've been hate listening to everything that he's
for
been
years.
And
for
that's
years.
because they love them and can't be what they are. That's the only thing, or else you wouldn't pay that much attention. You don't listen and watch people that you hate that much. It's complete mental illness.
Yeah. What do they call them? A-loggers, like someone who just logs every moment of your life, waiting for you to fuck up, or like like they hang on to something, waiting till you get a big break so they can let people know.
Be like, they said this.
Well,
one red lady. Hello, ladies. Lila, you're giving Jackie from That 70s Show vibes. Very groovy.
Thank you.
I totally see that. I love it.
Dave Chandler, thank you for the orange boy. I'm split on the Shane Gillis stuff regarding Bud Light and SNL. The fact that they want Gillis shows they're at least paying attention to people's disdain for woke, but I know they're not going to change anytime soon. No, they're not going to change anytime soon. They're just thinking like, ooh, this will get a bump in ratings. They're probably just going like show to show at this point. They're not actually thinking of changing the course of the show, the direction.
And also, it came it came right after his Bud Light thing.
Yeah.
Let's bring some like bros back into
Which shows you it was never about Shane's talent or wanting him on. It's what we talk about all the time as comics. These Lila and Keanu. Fuck everybody. Get to a point where you are unavoidable. You are unignorable. Your stardom, your talent, your other opportunities get to a place where nobody else can deny where you're at.
Right.
Your talent, your attention. And exactly. SNL didn't want him. They thought he was too dangerous. So it's now that he's got Bud Light, now that he's blowing up, they're like, oh, well, now we're interested. Because once you get to a certain level of fame, like it kind of doesn't matter.
Yep.
Just meet everybody at the top, and it's like, oh, hey, great to see you up here. I was going to get here anyways. You could have been part of my journey up here, but you were a dick. But you know what? It's okay. We're all up here now, and it's fine.
I actually think right after the Super Bowl, Shane will start dating Taylor Swift. So
I would love that.
Yes, he'll start dating her, and then SNL will be undeniably funny and filled with
lady.
fans.
Chrissy, congrats, new mama. I'm sitting near my own kiddo. I'm feeling so grateful to be her mom and to get to experience this wonderful gift of motherhood. I hope the delivery is safe and quick. Oh, you're so sweet.
Aw.
Thank you, darling. Lover of Green, another yellow boy. Chrissy, can you say the following? MCU_fan is a certified simp. He can't get enough of his queen, Kristen Nova. You can send him love at Simp City on the Geeks and Gamers Discord. God bless SimpCast. I hope I said that to your liking, lover of green. K-Max with another yellow boy. Chrissy, do old people jokes or do those land you in hot water? Oh, is that a Gino reference?
If it was, it's hilarious.
George Burns used to say making love at 90 was like shooting pool with a rope. Could that joke fly today?
I don't think
Any
old people
joke
jokes are
can
offensive.
fly. I think things have shifted from like if you're doing comedy now currently in the current year, you either have to be so like mainstream establishment smoothed over, polished over, you know what I mean? You have to be exactly what the establishment wants so that you can get the management, so you can get to the level where you're making a living doing this. Or you're doing it because you don't give a fuck and there's something inside you that needs this type of artistic expression. You have a message, you've lived a life, you know, you have a whatever, a brand, a voice, whatever they call it. And if that's the case, I think that applies to me, Lila, Keanu, Gino, everybody I'm friends with, basically. Well, then it doesn't give a fuck what flies and what doesn't fly. If you think it's funny, and your fan base thinks it's funny, your community of the people that you surround yourself with, that gives you enough feedback. Like, but if you're a decent enough comic, you kind of know what's funny and what's not. Anyway, just from like doing podcasts or doing stand-up shows, like you can get a sense of what goes over and what doesn't. So I personally don't give a fuck about what flies and what doesn't. I mean, you can tell by my getting canceled every 6 months over something. I don't care what flies or what doesn't. I care about what makes me laugh and what would make other people laugh. Can't really compare like somebody like George Burns to anybody doing comedy now because it was a different time. These folks were not getting canceled for jokes.
Jokes can't hurt you. They cannot hurt you. The only hurt is if you're not laughing because you're just a shitty comic and it's not funny. That's that's literally the only, just words meant in jest cannot hurt anybody. So grow up. Enough.
Yeah. Oh my God. I don't know how you can be a comic in 2024 and just like have so little political passion. Like I don't know how you could be an apolitical comic in 2024.
That's
I
literally
don't
me.
see how that's possible.
I guess I am sort of political because but I'm not. I'm really not. But I just don't touch on it. But
if someone were to sit you down, Keanu, and be like, tell me how you feel about the border and all of these millions of illegal migrants coming in,
the
and then
bookstore. Oh, I'm just
and
kidding.
actually like tell you like how much taxpayer money is being spent and like what you would have an opinion on it.
Oh, absolutely. I have I suppose I have an opinion, but I'm too mortified to even try and pay attention to it. That I cannot make a joke on because I'm like.
But you make jokes on other things going on in the news.
Yeah,
you know what
I mean, okay, so yeah, my most controversial joke that touches on abortion. I don't necessarily need you to feel the same way I feel about abortion.
But that's political. Like,
right,
even
that's
making a
political
joke about
right.
abortion would be considered political, and people would go, "Oh, all right, like, oh, don't touch that."
The one time, but mostly it brings people together to laugh. It's more about gender reveal parties than it is about abortion. But
Exactly.
I have that one lady that stood up at a country club, raised her hand, and said, "That's shitty." I didn't even know where to go from there.
I wish I was there. I wish I could have seen that.
I mean, it was like a bomb went off. I had no idea. It was at the very end of my set. I was kidding. I was like, this might be a little like too controversial for a country club, but they love me. They'll love it. I mean, you would have thought I don't know what. It was insane. Absolutely insane. But it's a part of the comedian's I guess you have to know your audience as well. But I didn't know one audience member. I guess I have political leanings and like ish, but I definitely don't bring it to the stage that often. But anything could be political.
Right.
Literally anything. You could politicize anything. It's
true.
If you're at a comedy show and you have a difference of opinion from the comic that is standing up there, they may not even have that opinion. They're just making a joke.
Right.
So
exactly.
grow up. Just get out. I would recommend not going to a comedy show then.
That's a really good point, Keanu. Yeah, just because you're making a joke about something doesn't mean that's something you actually believe. It's just no, this sounds funny coming out of my mouth, so I'm gonna say it.
Exactly. So.
Oh, I'm still upset. What's the comedian who said he got molested by a guy with Down syndrome?
Was that Hassan Minaj?
No, it's really upset. He hosts Tiger Belly podcast. I don't know.
Oh, the Asian guy?
Yes.
Bobby Lee.
Bobby Lee. I was devastated when I found out that was a lie. Devastated.
He said he was molested by someone with Down syndrome, and then it turns out he was not.
Yeah, it's like a bit that he's been doing for years, and it turns out it wasn't true.
No. Really?
And yeah, the part that made me sad is like I heard him tell this story in like a more serious setting, and he told this story, and it was like it wasn't like in a comedy setting; it was in a serious place. And so when he said on his podcast that like that's not even like a true thing, I felt like it was like stolen valor. Like it was like
yeah, that seems like it was part of his lore. Like
yes, like I was molested as a kid and by this dude with Down syndrome, and it was like kind of this thing, like this really difficult thing that happened to him that actually I guess didn't happen to him. I was so sad.
That's a big story to make up. I think that's a story like that, like a long bit that you tell, not like in multiple settings.
What would even make you
a joke? You know what I mean? That's like
I just feel like
origin story.
Yeah, it's kind of like for me, it's like, yeah, it sounds like this is part of why I became a stand-up comedian, because I went through this traumatic thing in my life, right?
Maybe
so it's like,
it seems like something he tried once that worked and then just went with it for 10 years or something. But I've never made up a joke. Like, well, you make them up, but if it's a life experience, there are like nuances to what you're saying, but just flat out not being molested and saying that you were is different.
Yeah. That's a really
That's
big thing.
bizarre.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know. It's
very odd.
interesting. It's because I feel like that's part of what makes stand-up good. It's like some of these stories that we tell are so outrageous, but there's still supposed to be like a little bit of truth to them.
Because here's why we care, because we use comedy to I know that's how I got into stand-up, is like using humor as a coping mechanism. Like a lot of the bad shit that's happened to me, I've been able to process through making fun of myself. And when you see that in another comic, it's like with two runners acknowledging each other. It's like, okay. And then when you hear a comic tell a fucked up story about something that should and could have traumatized them, and they have a funny spin on it, like you're like, yes, you're like, you see yourself, you see the comedian in yourself in another person. You're like, cool, we're one and the same. We're like, not like your army buddies or something, but it's like, yes, we both are doing this thing, and this is how we process our trauma. And then someone goes, oh, just kidding, I didn't have any trauma.
No,
And it's
that
like,
didn't happen to me at all, in fact.
Well,
I just made it up.
Simon,
You may as well be a writer then.
Imagine
Imagine
if he would have said that what if he had a joke about him battling cancer and conquering cancer, and then turns out he never had cancer, never went through chemo, and you have a whole, like, I don't feel like that would be right to have a bit about chemo and cancer and not, and claiming that happened to you. You know what I mean? It takes away from a comedian that actually went through that.
Right. And what if like you got gigs based on the fact that you did a bunch of cancer jokes, and then it's like, oh wow, you performed at these hospitals, you got paid all this money, and then it turns out you never actually had cancer. You'd be like, ugh, that's kind of icky. Or maybe someone heard Bobby Lee's story about the time he got molested by a Down syndrome person. There's someone out there, I'm sure it's happened to somebody, who truly was molested by a person with Down syndrome, and they go, oh my god, wow, the way that Bobby tells the story, it's so funny, it's actually helping me deal with my own trauma. And then you find out, oh, it never happened to me. And then you're like, oh well, I guess I'm alone again.
But okay, also here's where that makes me feel weird too. I'm like, is somebody with Down syndrome capable of like molesting a person?
I'm sure it's possible.
I don't know.
I get right.
They have retard strength, Lila.
Yeah, but like I don't see, that's now where I think it gets into like a weird place too, where I don't like to lie, because I'm like,
I don't know the joke, but if I can surmise, maybe if it were going to be funny, he could have made it, well, okay, not about him and funny. He could have made it like, imagine this scenario, and then it might have still been funny instead of going 10 years living this lie that he got molested by a person with Down syndrome.
He's very funny. He's a very funny guy.
I think so too. I haven't heard the joke. I find him
I
funny.
was just I know it sounds so silly, but I'm like, I was heartbroken when I found out that didn't happen to him. And I've never wanted someone to be molested so badly in my life.
Right.
You know?
Right. And it's like, this is a great
That's a good
example.
joke.
Steve Renazizi claimed he escaped 9/11, lied about it for years, and then turns out, no, he wasn't even there. So
I don't know if any of you are Stern fans, but Bobo on Stern would call you, say, I lost my brother in 9/11.
Really?
Yes, but his brother just had a heart attack on 9/11.
That's so
They found out
funny.
later it's stolen valor. He would always say, and they're like, oh, wait. You said you lost him on 9/11. You know full
That's
well
so
what that
funny.
means. Not your brother had a heart attack on 9/11
That's
coincidentally. Like, it doesn't make it any less sad, but it makes it a little less recognizable.
I guess it's kind of like one of those things too. It's like if someone tells you like something horrible that happened in their childhood, like they went through fucking poverty or something, and then you find out that never happened, like they never experienced that. It's just kind of like,
just kidding.
yeah, you lied about that to kind of gain this like sympathy or just this. I don't know. It's just it's
It is a
interesting.
little.
It's a
It
little
just takes
icky.
away a little bit of your authenticity, a little bit of the sincerity. But every I wouldn't. I would like someone less if I found out. I might still find them funny. I might still laugh at their jokes, but I would, as a person, like them a little less if I found that out.
Every single one of my jokes that talks about my life, it was from an absolute 100% true situation that I went through or something like that.
Yeah.
And yes, maybe things that were said in the joke or a tag might be fabricated just for the sake of the audience, but again, it's not a solo show. It's not I'm not writing a memoir, but I don't just go like, you know what? I think I got molested by a Down syndrome person. I think I will say that is 100% about me, and I will tell that on stage. No matter how funny you make it, you should have just made it. Imagine this.
Mhm.
Right. I don't know. Because I find him to be a very funny comedian, but again, I haven't heard the joke, so
I don't know. I think that's what makes comedy is the most difficult form of public speaking. So it's like there's it's like I can't. Can you really teach comedy, Chrissy? Do you think you could teach someone how to do stand up? What do you think about
Before
comedy
I
class?
ever did stand up, I did do a comedy class. I think I did 1 or 2 on Long Island. One was at Governor's, I think with John Truson, and then I think I did one with Judy Carter, who wrote the Comedy Bible. I think I did that class with my mom even. And it's like you can theorize it a little bit. You can understand it in your head, but you don't get it until you're actually doing it. It's like the difference between reading a book about working out versus actually getting in there and maxing out your reps. Like you just don't feel it. You don't know what it feels like till you're doing it.
And clearly, Chrissy, you've always been funny. I did 2 comedy classes too, to just because I just didn't know how to go out. Well, how does
Yeah.
one get into comedy in New York? I
It's
just
a
wanted to meet
daunting thing to
people.
start doing. You're
Yeah.
just like, what do I? And I probably just didn't have the confidence to just start. Like what I tell people is just start going open mics. You think you're funny? Just fucking go to open mics and talk. If I
But
had
that's
someone telling me
weird.
that, I would have done that. And I'm just like, I guess I have to take a class because that's what I did for college. I took classes and that's how I
I just
learned.
didn't have and I'm just a chick. I'm like, I don't do it. What open mic? I'm too shy to be like, Mike, do you want to go to some more open mics together? I just did it to not necessarily that I needed I will teach you how to be funny. It's less of a teach you how to be funny thing and more of like, what is everybody else doing how do we go about like starting to be a comedian? And I'm glad I did it because yes, I had. Well, also, you were in improv, the theater, that stuff. You know how to be under the lights and things like that, and perform. But it was just more of like, what's everybody else doing to try and get into comedy? And then I guess then you have these people in the class that are like, well, teach me how to be funny because I've never been funny a day in my life.
But they
that
kind of
wasn't
do help
necessarily
walk
me.
through
Yeah.
is like start writing jokes. I think there were some exercises like maybe free writing exercises where they help you find a funny nugget and then focus on that. Again, it was so long ago. I think I maybe took a comedy class like in 2006 or something. So I wish I had saved my notes. That would have been cool to look back on.
Visconti's best friend, Kevin Dombrowski, he's a groomsman in our wedding. I took his comedy class before
Wow.
I knew Gino. So it's really full circle. Like, and it was just because I just don't know how to like go out but that's just me. If you don't have a funny bone in your body, there's a difference between people always say I'm funny, comedy is easy, or you're just really just not funny, I guess.
Yeah. And I didn't have
going to learn.
people I didn't have people telling me you should really do stand up. I was very insecure. It took me like years before I thought I could actually do it. Like I had a theater background. I did a lot of improv. I knew I was funny. I had done a one-woman show. I knew I had the discipline down, but I didn't actually believe I could do stand-up till I was doing it for a few years. I'm like, I guess I'm doing it. So
We all.
I used to do you guys remember nightclubs? I feel like nobody goes to clubs anymore. But I used to be like in line at like a nightclub, and then I would get like a group of people, and I would just start telling like a story, and there'd be a group of people around me, and I would just be talking about something that happened or like a guy I was obsessed with.
You
and how
learned you could hold court.
Yes, and I would always tell this story about how when I was because I was so traumatized by this, but then I made it a thing to tell everybody about it. But when I was 19, I flew to Louisiana and I broke into this guy's house because he stopped returning my phone calls for 6 months. And
I love this story. I
was like,
funny
okay,
already.
you cannot just not return my phone calls. So I got a job at a call center so I could earn the $500 to get the plane ticket to fly down there. He had moved from where he was living when we were dating. So I had to do all this investigative work on Facebook to find out where he lived, take my grandmother's, she had this like rundown fucking van. And I was like driving this van around this neighborhood, like trying to match pictures from Facebook photos. Finally found the house. I knew they left their back door unlocked. So that night, I got super drunk with my cousin, drank like a Four Locos. Back when Four Locos were like the real Four Loko, right?
Oh, those were the days.
Yes.
Those were the days.
So I drank this whole Four Loko. I remember my Aunt Becky was like, "Don't go anywhere," because I was like, I'm gonna go see him. And she's like, "Don't go anywhere." They got my cousin to put me on my Aunt Becky's bike, which was like it was a giant bicycle. Okay, I ride this bicycle 5 miles down the street. The bike breaks in the middle of the highway. A police comes, like pulls me over on this bike. I give him this sob story about how my boyfriend broke up with me. He fixes the bike and then pushes me on my way. And then I end up at a Waffle House. I'm like drunk at this Waffle House, telling these people what I'm going to break into this guy's house, right? So I go to his house. I go to the back door. I hear his mom go. Also, his name was Eric, which is kind of funny that I'm married to an Eric now.
You have a history of Erics in your life.
Yeah. He's like, "Eric, is that you?" I like run into a random room. It's a freaking laundry room.
Wait, did you have the key or you just let yourself in?
The back door was unlocked. I knew they always left their back door unlocked. So then I go into his sister's bedroom and she was like, she must have been 15.
How old were you?
I was 19. No, I was 18. 18. No, I was 19. I was 19 because I turned 20 on Croatia. I literally left the country after this. Anyways. So I go into his sister's bedroom and I'll never forget. She looks at me and she's like, "Lila, I thought you were in Seattle." And I was like, "No, I'm in Louisiana. Like, I'm obsessed with your brother." And I'm just like, I don't understand why he won't answer my calls. So I get in bed with her and we're like crying together because I dated him in the summer. Yeah, we're like laying in bed, like, and I'm crying.
I thought you were in Seattle. No, I'm in your room right now. Where's your brother?
She's like, "I thought you were in Seattle," and I'm like, "I'm not." So then,
so how long, like, had it been since you guys broke up?
So it was a summer romance, and it was the summer right after my freshman year of college. Okay. And that's the summer I went. It must have been summer 2010. So I break into his place winter break of 2010. So maybe 4 months later. Okay. He just stopped returning my calls. Okay. So here's where it gets funnier. I remember I go into his bedroom. I get into his closet. I'm just like watching him sleep. And then I just like tap him. He wakes up and he's like, shocked as hell to see me. He's like, "What are you doing here?" Oh my God. He's like happy to see me, but then also like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And happy to see me, but like, this is super fucking weird. Then everybody in the house wakes up. He wakes up his mom and
screaming.
She's so nice. She was the sweetest, nicest lady. I remember she loaded my bicycle up into the back of her car and oh my, it's gonna make me cry. She was so sweet. And I remember she drove me home and she was like, she was like trying to give me that like comforting, like motherly, like love. Like I'm really like, I remember when my heart was broken, like she wasn't with his dad anymore. So like she kind of like bonded with me over that. And like we like hugged. And then I remember my grandma opened the door and she was like, "We are not crazy people. We do not break into people's houses."
And the mom heard your grandma say this?
No, like my grandma was nice to her, but like later on she told me that. But I was
Okay.
like so devastated. I was like, oh my God, this guy's never gonna talk to me again. And
That was the first thought on your mind.
I was like, I'm so humiliated. And if I wasn't so cute and small, I probably would have went to jail. And
That's true. That's the
but then,
silver
okay,
lining.
so then the next summer, I was like, I can't. Okay, this is how horrible it was. I remember I'd be walking to class, and I would just like, I'd fucking remember like the fact that I did this, and I'd just be like cringe with like, like yes, I did. It was for love. I was like so in love. I was like, how could he just not return my calls? You know what I mean? Like, I want to know why. I was convinced that if he just saw me, he would fall back in love with me. You know, like we just need to like see each other and he would feel everything again. So I was so humiliated after that had happened that I was like, I need to leave the country. So I was like, I need to go on like I need to like get out of the country somehow. And that's how I went on semester at sea, which was like this. I went to 9 countries in 66 days, but I also wasn't supposed to be able to go on that trip because my what do you like the loan officer people at school, they told me I didn't have enough money for it. So I would call this woman named Debbie like every day, and she worked at the University of Virginia, and I got her to be friends with me, and she found me all of this like magic money. It wasn't magic money, it was like scholarship money that I didn't apply for, but she gave it to me, and I was able to go on semester at sea. It was like a $30,000 trip, but she found
Lila, you could rule the world, honestly. Like, I just got her to
You need to start a cult already.
But I was okay. So, anyways, this is how I feel like I got into stand up. I remember when I got on the university cruise ship, I would tell people about this fucking story about how, like, you guys don't understand. I rode a bike, like this big ass bike, down the middle of the highway in Louisiana to passing by a Waffle House, and the bike broke, and a police officer talked to me. He should have taken me home. He didn't take me home. He fixed the bike and then pushed me on my way.
Yes, he basically helped you commit a crime.
Yes. I was so heartbroken. Like, and every night I would always be like, God, please just make Eric love me. Like, I just want Eric to love me. And I was always like obsessing over Eric.
Where is Eric now?
Well, I'm married to Eric.
Well, different Eric.
Is she married
Other
different Eric?
Yeah, it was yeah.
Wait,
I'm
it's
married
not
to
the
different
same
Eric.
Eric.
No, it's a different
Oh
Eric.
God! Oh my, that would be a hilarious plot twist in the story.
And I got him in the end.
Oh wait, okay. The story gets better though. So in 2019, when I performed at Nashville's Deja Vu, the strip club, and I did stand up there, his little sister, of the guy that I broke into his house, she came to visit me and watched my show. So we're still friends.
Aww.
I'm still friends with all of them on Facebook. We're all still buddies.
She's like, do you remember?
He never blocked me. He never blocked me on anything. And then the worst part about this, 2 years after that experience of me breaking into his house, he had the audacity to message me on Facebook and was like, hey, how are you? And I was like, I'm okay. Like, I said something like, I like broke into your house and you didn't even freaking talk to me. And he was like, oh, he literally wrote, it was kind of cute when you did that. Really, bitch? It was cute. You thought it was cute. And 2 years later, now you think it's cute. It wasn't, you didn't think it was cute. You were screaming at me and you made your mom take me home. So, but it just goes to show.
How old was he? Was he also 18, 19?
He was also 19. We were the same age. And God, this was how I even met this guy too. It was my freshman year of college at Washington State University. I had just created a Facebook account, and I told my girlfriends, I was like, oh, we should go to Louisiana and visit my grandparents. I haven't seen them in like years. So I looked around on Facebook at like the different universities in Louisiana. There was like a University of Louisiana Monroe, and I just like looked a bunch of cute guys that were on there, and I just started adding them, and he was one of the dudes I added. And then I flew down there that summer and met him and fell in love for a summer.
Wait a second. You had grandparents in Louisiana, and then you started looking for men
in Louisiana because I'm like
close by.
Who was in the area? I'm gonna go visit my grandparents. I want to see them this summer, so I was like, oh, okay, I will look around here. And then it was really interesting because his mom went to school with my Aunt Becky. So they were like friends. And then we were like texting and talking all the time. And he like would go on these like little runs, and he ran across, or not ran, like would run by my grandma's house. It was like this whole thing.
Yes, never piss off Lila. Got it. She's proactive. Yes, that's what stalkers are. They're just proactive.
I am not. Okay,
wow.
I was not a stalker. I was just, you know, when you're 18 years old and I turned 19 in Louisiana, so I turned 19. You're just in love, and like you're full of raging hormones.
I was the opposite.
And, you know?
I was the opposite. I was always reading this book called He's Just Not That Into You, and the moment someone sounded like they were going to break up with me, I would go stone cold Steve Austin on them and just ignore them like they're dead to me. But that's very Scorpio, because I just wouldn't handle any type of rejection. So I would just be like, oh, you're a little bit done? I'm all the way done. Goodbye.
Well, I'll say this, Chrissy. This was like the most traumatizing thing that had happened to me. And the way that I healed is I would tell people this story, but I don't remember the details like the way I did back then, but it would be very comical in the way that I would tell the fact that I broke into this guy's house and still got rejected.
That's hilarious.
You know? And so I would have these groups of people around me while I'm telling this story about this summer romance gone fucking haywire. And it helped me like get over the fact that I did this. Even telling you guys now, I mean, now people are like, oh my God, that's psychotic. I'm fucking married and happily married, and I'm 32. I'm not breaking into people's houses. I have my own house to live in. Okay.
You break into your own house.
Break it into my own house. But I was just, first of all, I bet that guy wishes he had someone like me who was so in love that wanted to break in. Wait, I gotta tell you, this happened to me too. One time I was on the other side of that, kind of.
Ooh.
Where I met this guy.
You were the stalky.
No, oh God, this was so funny. I met this guy. This was when I was like 22. I was working in Encinitas, and we go back to his place to watch. I remember we were watching Kevin Hart's comedy special. And we're just like in his room watching this comedy special, and he was like really cute. And I think we're like start making out, and then all of a sudden there's like this rumbling like downstairs, and it's dark. And then he like gets up right away, and this like thing breaks into his bedroom. I think we're about to get murdered, okay? But turns out it's his ex-girlfriend, and she's breaking into his house to be like, you know, basically do what I did fucking 3 years ago. And, but except I'm there, and she's in the bathroom with him, and she's screaming at me. She can't see me. It's dark. And she's like, you have that fat whore in bed with you. She's fucking fat, and she's huge. She's a fat whore. And I'm like, she can't see me. She doesn't like, she's
I'm not fat.
she's just like yelling all
Very
these insults. And I'm like, girl, it's okay. I was like, I understand where you're coming from. I broke into my ex-boyfriend's house like 3 years ago. Wow. Thank you so much for showing me how crazy this looks. Because I didn't understand how nutty it was until I was like on the opposite end of it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so
yeah.
she ends up kicking her out. She leaves, and me and him sit there and we talk. And I'm like, oh my God, this was so amazing. I'm like, I'm so happy that I came over and hung out with you tonight, because I did not realize how psychotic I looked doing that. Because, you know, and I'm like, obviously you're going to go back to her. I'm like, you should go back to her. She loves you. I mean, like a girl who's willing to break into your house like that, like, and call me fat. She had no idea what I look like. You should go back to her. And he did.
Yeah.
So it worked out for me. He did.
Right. And if you can tell someone to go back to someone and they do it, then they were never really yours.
Well, and this was just a guy that like I thought was cute. We were just gonna watch a comedy special, make out, you know, and then his ex breaks in. But I thought it was a good thing. It was a good thing for both of us. I saw how crazy it was, and then I could tell him, yo, she loves you. Like, she really fucking loves you. You should give her a chance. I wish that when I broke into my ex's place, there was a girl like me there that was like, you should really give that
Go
girl a
back
chance.
with her. Yeah, you paid it forward. That's what you did. You gave time back to the room.
I did.
That's really insane. That's so funny though. My God, thank you, James, for the orange boy. I love you, James. Good night, beauties. Thanks for another great episode. Oh, thank you, James. This is the James, right?
Yes, we love James.
We love James. The James. The Notorious Network. Thanks for becoming a new member. K-Max. Comedian Steve Ranazizi destroyed his career by lying about 9/11. He said he was there at the towers that day. It turned out he lied about it. The Notorious Network. During a Joe Rogan podcast, Joe told Shane that Bud Light should sponsor and pay him if the company wants redemption manifestation. Oh, I think it's too little too late for Bud Light. Nothing at this point. Bud Light has been forever labeled the gay trans beer. No amount of straight white men are going to change that. Maybe Anheuser-Busch could save a little bit of face and be like, oh, look, we have a sense of humor about the fact that we tanked this entire beer.
That's
No,
my
I would focus
sister you're talking about, my identical twin sister.
I would focus on the other beers if I were you, Anheuser-Busch, and just take the L. Take the L on Bud Light. Zato, thank you for the orange boy. How to not get chased off stage from dummies. This sounds like a book. Leo Fisher, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you for the 30, Leo. Lila Rolfing, OMG, leave the country.
I did. I had to.
I just love that the cop helped you commit the home invasion.
He should have taken me home. Like, how did I convince him just like the bike chain broke off. So like I was halfway there and now I'm just pushing a bike on the side of the road. And then I explained it and he like fixed it. And this bike was so huge, you guys. Like it was not an easy thing to ride. It was not built for me. It was like a man-sized mountain bike.
It's because you, Lila,
tiny and
I've
cute.
said this once, I'll say it again. You can control a room. I've never seen people turn their heads more when somebody walks into a room. And remember when she walked into the restaurant, no one knew was there. And her
Oh
arms
my
went up into the
God,
wall.
they were.
Like,
You just started
like,
waving
hello.
at people, and
She didn't even know she did it. She was like, hello. We're like, what is
Hello.
she doing? Hello, boys. You can convince anyone of anything. Even this cop, he's like, she could be about to go commit a crime, but I'm going to help her with her bike chain anyway and scoot her
I
on
was
her
doing
way.
it for love. I was doing it for love. What I
Oh
thought
my
was love.
God, I love it.
I just, you know what? Okay, here's the thing. I could not deal with rejection. Okay, I was like, I will not be rejected. You are not just going to not answer my phone call. Okay, you think you could just not answer my 30 calls a night that I'm leaving you? Like he never
Wow.
blocked me either. So that was like, okay, he's still into it. He never blocked me. He never blocked me. All he did was just not answer the calls. And
how long
my
did you
God,
date this person?
a summer.
Summer?
A summer. That was it.
I
And
love rejection. I love when people cancel plans. I welcome it.
When I get a whiff of rejection, I return it double because I'm just like, oh, we're doing this? Okay.
it's like, no, you are not going to reject me. You're not going to not answer my phone call. And so I guess like, you know, I guess it was a perfect rest. All of this stuff, I needed to go through all of this to be a comedian because, you know, when you're in someone's bedroom after they've just after you've broken in and they still don't want you. I mean, that is humiliating. That is just like
it would be more concerning if you've broken into their home and they did want you.
that's what I thought was gonna happen. I thought he was gonna want me here.
No, if he did, you'd be in a far worse situation. So
well, you know what, Keanu, he messaged me 2 years later and told me what I did was cute.
See, yeah, I know. That's the boy run media for you. They're like, well, it was kind of cute. That's why I didn't block you, because it was kind of cute how obsessed you were with me. How
Probably
you rode
because
your
no
mountain
other
bike.
woman has made that kind of effort since you. And he's like, oh, I can't get a text back, but Lila showed up in my house.
God, I would never do anything like that again. It was horrible.
Would you?
Maybe I'll try it.
Maybe one more time.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness. Sherrod, thank you for this. Is the Sherrod, like Sherrod Small, or you just stolen his likeness in any event. I'm sure the real Sherrod Small does not listen to this program. What did Bud Light do wrong exactly? They wanted more people to drink their beer, and a bunch of insecure white men got angry when Nike moved into baseball. Did track and field folk get angry?
When Nike moved into basketball, did track and field get angry?
So Nike started with track and field, and then I don't know if that's a good metaphor, but
I also, I mean, I'm like, I don't exactly understand the hatred towards Bud Light for having Dylan Mulvaney. I mean, as far as trans women go, she's cream of the crop. And I'm not just saying that because she's my identical twin sister.
Yeah.
But of course, it's like, it's just pandering. I think that's why more people got angry than, I don't think half of those people hate trans people. I think it's just like, come on.
I think they alienated their core customer base.
Yeah. Well, just trying to shove something down their throats that they didn't necessarily have a problem with to begin with.
Right.
I hope. You know.
And there's already been so much of it being shoved down the throats of folks. Yeah, I think Bud Light is just they took the brand in kind of a political took a sort of political turn with the branding by choosing Dylan,
because
Dylan is not an apolitical figure. So
that's true.
They took a neutral thing and made it decidedly leftist.
They took their piss beer and alienated literally most of the people that drank said beer, right?
Want their beer or their alcohol to have like a political bent to it. And if you can keep it neutral, most people don't give a fuck. But they made the choice to like specifically make it.
I will lean whatever way White Claw leans.
Yeah,
sponsor me. I
guess you have to ask actual Bud Light drinkers what they feel, because I never drank or purchased Bud Light.
Well, is it only because she's trans, or is it, I mean, yes, it's sort of, I would venture to say that the average Bud Light drinker doesn't necessarily agree with all of that. So I mean, it's obviously a ridiculous move. So then they choose
and then you have the recordings of I forget her name, Allison something or other, and I forget her position, but she was the one who made the decision to hire Dylan and to go in this direction. Mm-hmm. And there's a recording of her on a Zoom talking about how she wants to move Bud Light's customer base kind of away from frat guys, and she's kind of being condescending to frat guys, blue collar guys, just like people who drink cheap, shitty beer. Like people like to drink cheap beer. It's cold and it's there. That's why people drink Bud Light.
Exactly.
Well, we need to diversify. She was condescending to the base, the customer base. I think that's what
That
people took
that
issue
would
with.
make sense. That's the reason. They're like, whatever, but Jesus God, why? I mean, and frat guys, they're all drinking White Claw now anyway.
Mhm.
You went in the exact wrong direction. Now you're trying to move back into it, and I don't know how much it's going to help you. But
And this
we'll
isn't a
see.
great metaphor because it's not like Nike going from one sport to the other. Like you can't compare Bud Light going from beer to politics with Nike, who goes from one sport to a different sport. But
Yeah.
I guess, the people will show you how they feel. Let the market decide, right? Mangus
But yeah.
pushing trans cult on people isn't the same as Nike moving into Thank you, Mangus. Luckily, there's many different types of beer. And I think Yingling actually did pretty well.
I went on a Bud Light booze cruise in 2000 and
Alcoholics don't care. True.
Who's got a cat?
Was it only Bud Light on the booze cruise?
Yeah, it was. That's my freaking cat. I don't know what she's meowing about.
I love it.
It was the Bud Light booze cruise, and we went to the Bahamas, and it was all Bud Light. And I saw Brad Paisley sing on a private beach.
Ooh.
Yes. Oh, wait. Okay. Also, one more thing I wanted to leave out of the story. This wasn't just like a normal rejection thing. He did not tell me it. I wish he would have just messaged me like, hey, I'm not really feeling the fact that you have a disability and I'm very insecure about it. That's why I've stopped talking to you. Not me hearing through the grapevine from his friends that, oh, Eric actually has he said your back's kind of weird and it's like it was weird for him and he couldn't tell me that, so that like
I get that.
It wasn't just like, oh, I need to see him. I was like, I need you to see me in my face, look me in the face, and fucking, is this what you said? Like, is this how you really feel? Or that's
we're
really
so
what.
in love. It's that I'm like that. I'm like, I just want the fucking truth. Don't lie to me. Don't piss on me and tell me it's raining, Johnson. All right? Like, just fucking tell me the truth. I just want you to tell me the exact truth. Like, you're into something else. Fine. No
And it
problem.
also, like, it was such a, it was like, it really fucked with my self-esteem because I was like, oh, if I wasn't disabled, then he wouldn't be doing this. Like, it was like perpetuating that kind of thought that like, oh, it's never going to work out because of my disability. You know what I mean? And like, it was always that thing because again, God, I'm not proud of this, but I was not like how I am now. Like, so that whole first year that I was talking to him before I met him that summer, like I didn't talk about my disability. I didn't tell him that I was 4'6". I didn't tell him that I had spina bifida. I just thought, okay, I'm going to meet him in the summer and he's going to love me, which he did. And he was cool about it. Like it wasn't like a thing until after I left the summer. And then he was like, oh, I'm just never going to talk to her again because it's so weird that she has this disability and I can't handle it, And like, I found these old messages like, from like, God, and it's so sad. Just like the way I used to talk about myself, like I found messages between me and one of his friends where his friend is telling me like what he had said about my back and my disability. And I'm like writing him like, yes, I know I'm so ugly. And how could anyone ever like, why are you saying this? Why do you feel that way? But I did. And I was like drinking myself to death. And I'm like, I'm so drunk right now. And I would just like drunk call him like over and over and over again. Like it was just sad, So
that is sad.
Well, that's an added layer to it, obviously. But so, yeah, you're not just a crazy person. But again, it leads back to you kill it with that story around your friends and people are riveted, which makes you do stand up and it's traumatizing. And but you didn't say in summation that you got
I just
molested
wanted
by a
love.
Down syndrome person.
Okay, I didn't stand up because I just wanted to find love. I wanted to be fucking accepted. I was like this, but then you know what? It's crazy because then you grow up, and realize that every woman has fucking problems with these men. It doesn't matter if you're disabled or you're not. Like, there's always like something. We all have this, everybody deals with their own type of insecurity, and like, it's just a weird thing.
Oh yeah.
True. Which makes us funny and pretty and thin and chic.
And
insecurity and trauma makes us also thin and chic. That's wonderful. It's wonderful news for us.
Yeah, everyone's got a little trauma from their ex. It's normal. And then you add all those exes up, and that's enough for therapy, probably.
Yes. Trauma salad.
Right. Trauma salad. But you know what? I wonder if I've given anyone trauma from dating.
Yeah, we all have.
I doubt it. I think I was probably too much of a pushover, and I
I'm a
gave them
friggin'
too many
pink-
chances.
No, absolutely not. Right.
I've given people trauma.
In fact, I know for a fact that I haven't given anyone trauma because I have exes who still talk about me like everything was great, and I'm like, okay, wasn't great for me. It might have been great for you because I made it great, but it fucking sucked for me.
Where's it's Scorpio? We're so the same. Like, yeah, I know I was wonderful to you. Look at all of
Yeah, it was a
look at all
great
the
relationship because
trauma
I
you
was in
put me
there.
through.
I was part of that. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Ugh. Everyone today is a bag of broken glass smashed up against the wall sideways. Yes.
Yes.
It's true. Oh my gosh. All right, friends. This was a great show.
It was.
My ribs hurt.
Oh.
I don't know if it's
my
a foot.
ribs when you say that.
I don't know if it's a foot in there or they're just expanding like I don't know if my body's just turning into a teepee or what. Lila, darling, what's coming up? Where can people find you?
You guys can find me on my YouTube channel. I'm 300 watch time hours away. It keeps fluctuating. Who really knows? I could be 1 watch time hour away from my channel monetizing, but whatever. So we have a show called Late Night Lila, which I just do late at night, and I talk about things like this.
Yay.
Like breaking and entering.
Yes.
Breaking and entering with Lila Hart. I love that.
Gosh, and you know what? I cry on I've cried so much. We laugh, we cry, we karaoke. I can't go 48 hours without crying. I cried yesterday on stream.
It's cathartic.
I don't understand why it keeps
I
happening.
cry early and often on a stream or in life. It happens.
If I was a little less busy, I could if I embraced my feelings more, I could easily cry every day.
That's that German thing in you. You're like, no, I must not. I will not feel emotion. Right?
I will only feel emotions on the holidays.
And sometimes we talk about poop. It's good.
Yeah.
Love it.
No, it was great. Everyone loves the Lila stories. Kiki, what's coming up for you this week?
So just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Keanu C. Thompson live on YouTube. It's Untoward Tuesday, Keanu Cast Wednesday, Bacchanal Thursday. Who's coming on? I have a guest on Wednesday. And then I guess on the weekend, on Saturday, I'm going to be in Atlantic City. Go to Keanu C. Thompson for all of my comedy dates. And then, yes, I'm looking forward to at the end of the month opening for you, Chrissy, at the Dojo of Comedy.
The Dojo.
Can't
wait. Can't wait for that show. Get your tickets February 24th to see me headline at TIFF's Morris Plains Dojo of Comedy. So fun. That dojo. What else? I have some interviews coming up this week. Yes, watch me tomorrow, Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern with Az, heel versus babyface from FNT. You know him, you love him. Watch me tomorrow. Watch me Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern with Leanne Starr, and 9 p.m. Eastern with, I just booked her, Violet Brandani. Doctor appointment, and I got a few more things cooking. So
Birth
we'll see.
is also on your.
I'll be making an ear this week. So tune in.
Just one.
Tune in for that.
Just
one.
one.
Oh, Gino in the chat. Thank you, Gino, for the hearts. As always, if you have a comedy club nearby that you would. Oh my God, Zato! Thank you for the pink boy. Wow. Thank you, Zato. Chrissy, you pop yet? Sammy Brand Muffin's old lady is shit. one out this week. Let's meld these worlds. I have like 11 more weeks to go. So
it's very exciting.
Look at the kitten.
And this is Muffin.
Oh my gosh, look
Muffin
at
looks like a
you.
jaguar there.
Yes.
He looks like a person in a suit.
He's a fatty. I love him.
He has short arms.
Oh, it's a baby.
Oh, is he trying to bite you?
Yes, because he has short arms. Look how short his arms are.
Look at his little eyes.
Oh my gosh.
I like when you hold him like that. That's cute.
What a
Yes.
magnificent creature.
He has
Yes,
short legs.
Oh, you have short legs, Muffin.
He's like a
Meow.
corgi.
He looks like that cat from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I like when he has his arms like this. Oh, hello, kitten. Meow. I wish Muffin was here.
God, I
My
wish
Muffin
he would like me.
Meow. Oh, do you think he likes to sit like that?
I don't know.
It's like I'm just happy she hasn't eaten me yet. So
Oh,
fine.
he's cute. I wish he had a little hat.
Oh my gosh.
He does have a little hat. He's a cowboy.
Oh.
He's like, all right.
I love that cat. That's really cute.
I love it.
Oh
His
my
arms
God.
are so, and he has a short tail.
He does look fake. He just said like and subscribe. Yes, he did. He said like and subscribe in cat voice.
No.
Meow. Where can I get tickets for the Chad Keanu show? I think on
It's
Kiki's website.
well, it's at Tennessee Avenue Ale House. Go to Gino Bisconti has the link. Yes, just go there, and
Just
you
go
there will
there.
be no doubt. Yes.
All right, you guys, this was a great show. We will see you sooner rather than later. Thank you. We simp for you. You simp for us. It is a simp circuit. And
Simp circle
we'll
jerk.
see you. It's a simple jerk. Bye, guys. Bye.